Hello and welcome to Into the Dungeons Azkhazir, Episode 10, Into the Portal. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment to let everybody know that everybody is okay, but we did have to cut this episode early to accommodate a family member who had fallen ill while we were streaming. That being said, we will be back on the 9th with the very next episode of Azkhazir. Now, with that being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Video's up. Okay, we're here. We're live. We're doing things. So welcome to Into the Dungeon Azkhazir, everybody. We are we've gone through some transitions with COVID. For 4 months almost, we took a break. And then it started to seem like numbers were getting better, and they weren't. But when the numbers started to look like they were doing better, we all came together. We did an in-person session. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to see all of these people. But right after that, the numbers started spiking again, and we're just like, it's not worth the risk. So fortunately, we're all healthy, but we also need some D&D in our lives. So we've come together on the internet to play this way. So we're going to do a lot of theater of the mind. We do have a way, we're going to use Roll20 for combat if it's necessary. But this will be fun and new and exciting, hopefully. So everybody say hi.
Hi, everybody.
That was me making sure our microphones were working.
Smooth.
So I guess a couple of announcements. We will be returning to our Starfinder game this upcoming Saturday. Those games usually start at 6 o'clock and run to 8 o'clock. It's a short form game with a small cast. You can find information on that in the information below on our Twitch or at our website at inthedungeon.com. If you haven't already, go to our website and sign up for the new newsletter that we have. And we have some really interesting stuff coming. We've got some merchandise we've been working on that I think everybody will be really excited by. But we're not quite ready to show off some of the newer pieces just yet. What else is there for announcements? It's weird not having us all at the table. This is strange. We'll see how this goes for 6 hours.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it will be fine. So, regardless of not being at the table, we got cats in the background of at least 3 streamers, so I think we're going to have better viewership than we've ever had just thanks to the cats, to be honest. Like, that's what I think is going to happen. I say we start like we always have. We're going to do our warm-up, our yes and warm-up, but I'm wondering, does everybody have different lineups of people in their Zoom call? Like, I see Kyle top left and Patrick bottom center. Do we all see that when we look at our Zoom calls? No.
Yeah, mine's like half the screen, so I see you in the left, me in the right, then Kyle, Whitley, Megan, Greg, and then Patrick.
We can't do yes and in Zoom order because we all have a different Zoom order. Huh.
Well, I can see it on the Twitch.
Okay, yeah, we can use the Twitch Zoom order. So we'll start with Kyle, and then it'll go to me, and then to Whitley, and then to Ashley, then to Megan, then to Greg, and then to Patrick. So don't forget it, or check it. So, Kyle, start us off with some yes and.
All right.
All on you.
A wandering orc mage is walking through a forest.
Yes, and it sees a beautiful skyscraper coming up in the distance.
And just behind that skyscraper is a wolf with a bloody arm in its hand.
Ashley. Good luck.
Yes.
Yes, and the orc mage recognizes the ring on one of the fingers as belonging to her friend that she had been desperately searching for.
Yes. And it turns out this wolf was in fact a werewolf because it had hands.
Say that last part again. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you couldn't hear? Okay, so I
Just
said,
the last part.
oh, because it had hands. It was in fact a werewolf because it had hands.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because it had hands.
Greg.
Hands, okay.
Greg.
Hands getting cut off there.
Yes, and not just ordinary hands. The hands upon said werewolf had 8 fingers each.
There's a demon like that.
The orcs reached into their component pouch and started shuffling around and said, the 8-fingered werewolf. I've been looking for you.
Back to Kyle.
Yes, and the werewolf flies.
As a werewolf does.
Yes, and after the werewolf says, it gets down on all fours and begins to snarl.
And after the werewolf snarls, the mage then starts rushing towards the werewolf to attack. And pulls the sword.
That's you.
Yes, and unfortunately, being a mage, she's not very good with a sword. Swings wide and throws herself off balance and falls prone on the ground.
Yes, and that was only the beginning of the orc mage Leviathan.
Greg, you're up.
For the forest they were in was actually part swamp, and the werewolf was trudging through the roots and the murky water towards the prone orc mage.
Finishes off, Patrick.
Okay. The orc was ready for this, though. This was all planned. The sword was a distraction. It was a sword they'd picked up along the way. Really, her readied action was the spell she was about to cast, and she pulls her hand out and casts a powerful magical spell against the werewolf right as her now one-armed companion comes leaping out of the second-story window of the skyscraper, his sword ready.
Okay, so now that we're all warmed up and ready to role play, I certainly feel warmed up at least. Who's giving the recap of the last episode?
Um,
I think Whitley.
Good. Thank you.
Greg, you're giving the recap.
Well, I didn't take tentative notes, but on our way from leaving Belgard, we were going to hit up the bounty for some dinosaurs, but we started traveling. Wait, it's north, right, or is it south to Jakir?
It's southwest.
Oh.
I'm not good with my cardinal directions, right?
Yeah.
So southwest to Jakir, and upon the road, it seemed like we were having relatively safe travels until we came across a muddy valley, and while we were trying to, Foreign was trying to sort of solidify the ground to ensure the safe passage of everybody. He completely ignores the fact that Sandro just wants to leap straight across this murky chasm and plants himself right slap dab in the middle of like a muddy trench, right? And we soon discover that the muddy trench is actually a dwelling for an Ankeg, and his horses, unfortunately, quickly and definitely consumed by the beast. While we freak out, try to get the remaining horses outside of the trench, and a battle ensued for the sake of us traveling forward to Kir. We through a grueling battle, we do end up defeating the Ankeg and passing over the murky trench, and everything seems to be well and good till some area to our left. We were going to stock up on supplies from a farmhouse that seemed like, not completely threatening in any way, right? There's a kid waving at us, and we were like, "Hey, kid, is your parents home? Do they have extra grain that they want to sell to make some extra coin? We'll pay handsomely for it. We're in need of resources." And the kid falls in the well. We rush to its aid, and then all sorts of shenanigans happen, and a veil of darkness surrounds the well with our party members next to it. The kid's dog pushes somebody into the well, and we find out that the dog is some sort of
I think it was Sandro that was pushed in first.
demon
Yep.
fae
Yes,
creature,
it was.
and the well is actually some sort of magical gullet. And we were kind of shoved deep down into the esophagus of this stony monstrosity, and into a puddle where we were attacked by shape-shifting fae creatures that I only assume have a likeness to mermaid squid or something of the sort.
Yeah,
So
I picture the little tiny creatures from HP, like where they like they like suck onto people and like drag them further down. Like the whole time we were fighting, that's exactly what was in my head. It was this little squid human-like creatures.
yeah, it was pretty nasty. People were bleeding out. I'm sure the water by the end of it was tinted red. And at the very last second before we were victorious, I think Hecate was grabbed. I supposedly victorious. Don't look at me like that. I think Hecate got dragged through the portal at the last second.
Yep.
Acceptable number of casualties.
So we're all sitting in the belly of a quote unquote well in the water with a shimmering portal next to us, a missing compadre, and we're all really, really beat up and bleeding.
In addition to being really, really beat up, I believe Hephaestia is unconscious currently or conscious?
Yes.
I'm unconscious.
I think
Stable.
she's
I'm
unconscious but
right?
stable.
Got it.
Yeah, like I'm at 0.
Yeah.
I'm not having to do death saves.
She's not
but
doing death saves.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's stable and floating, and if she's not floating, I will float
Because
her as
foreign-
a crocodile.
Foreign crocodile nudge the water out of her.
I
that's
CPR'd
right.
her up against a wall. I just kept
Yeah.
beating her against the wall.
Right.
Well, you were gonna use her teeth, and then I recommended giving a good
yeah,
nuzzle.
it's like
No, the water
gently.
will come out of the holes.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's the idea.
Everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. And I believe so. Hecate, you had when you got pulled through the portal, you were already unconscious and you took damage, so you failed 2 death saving throws immediately.
Yeah.
And then you were
Yeah, that was
yanked
awesome.
through. So all of you down at the bottom of this well, notice a couple of things. If you're in the basin at the bottom of the well, like being able to look up at the sky, you'll notice that the thick slime that was coming out of the walls has dissipated. It seems to now be running down freely as opposed to kind of hanging out there. Those of you that are in the water and kind of paying attention, it does definitely have a tinge of red from the ensued battle. The creatures that you fought, having had a chance to get a good look at them, they seem to be very classic Fae inspired. They seem small, like the size of a child. They had wings coming off their back. One of them had tentacles coming out from behind the wings. They had sharp, nasty teeth and pointy ears and kind of a faint bluish skin. You'll find one body of those floating in that cavernous area with you. So the well itself opened up into what seems like a fairly
reservoir?
expansive reservoir of water.
Grotto.
There is
It was
one other
60
source of
feet.
light other than the sun coming in, which is this kind of faint bluish green portal. Those that were watching Hecate would have seen her dragged through. The walls of this reservoir that are nearest to you are all rock. This is a natural cavern. What are you all doing?
I pantomime to Farain, kind of like trying to pantomime, get the moonbeam and point it to the ground. 'Cause I need to go get my weapons, and I start swimming down to the bottom to try and
Oh,
find
okay.
my rapier and dagger. Do I see anything else on the ground? while I'm down there.
Roll for me a perception check. And Farain, I assume you're going to move the moonbeam for him?
I would probably just go down and grab it because I can hold my breath like a long, long time as a crocodile, and I have a swim speed. So it seems a lot easier than making him do it.
Well, one of you roll physical perception dice, please. I heard roll 20 make a noise.
Well, I do keep
I
my.
just rolled a 6.
I rolled a 13, but I have a +7 to perception.
Okay. I would say with Farain assisting you, whether it be swimming down and looking with you or moving the moonbeam, you're able to find your weapons that you dropped pretty easily. You're not... you see a small, what looks like a ring, divot in the dusty bottom of this cavern, maybe 10 feet away from where you are. And from what you could see, it looks like it's maybe an inch and a half in diameter.
A ring?
Like a circle. You see a circle flat on the ground.
Okay.
Looks
I
out
think
of place.
to be honest, Farain's the one that saw that, not me.
I actually can't speak with him. Say, with my appendages, I'm not sure if you say a ring divot, so it's like an impression of sorts.
No, it's the opposite of a divot.
Oh,
it's raised.
I try to put it in my mouth.
Okay. You scoop up something like hard and somewhat metallic.
Okay.
It tastes of copper on your tongue.
Okay. I'll return to the surface with it because I'm assuming that took a few seconds and Hephaestia was floating, but I don't know how long. If she expels air, she would sink, right? So I'm probably gonna immediately resurface after Sandro has given me something to make sure she's still floating.
I grab Farain so you can swim me back up there.
Okay, yeah. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, I'll.
Okay.
So I stow my weapons, and as soon as we break the surface, see that Hephaestia is unconscious still. Farain might need to heal her. I don't think we have any potions. Can you understand me? I think you can understand me.
I let out that really weird mating gurgle that crocodiles do that vibrates the water.
I don't understand you.
It was a response.
He's flirting with you, Patrick.
I mean, he did just hold on to me. He held it on to me really tight to get back up. I assume around the neck, very intimate whenever we were raising on the surface.
I can't wait for Foreign to turn into a snake and us actually be able to talk just as snakes.
Oh my god, that'll be great. Well, as much as I would like to just be a crocodile forever, if nobody else has any other forms of state or bringing Hephaestia back up to health.
Yeah, I think I'm tapped out.
No, actually, I'm tapped out too. I can't heal. No, I'm gonna stay a crocodile. All my spell slots are gone.
Yeah, Salvador will work his way back up to the surface.
Let me see if I understand why you're not healing Hephaestia. Let me see. I do.
They have apparently
Up to
abandoned
24,
Hecate.
I've blown a lot of spells. I don't know if y'all can notice this, but whenever my character shifted, I can magical energies to reseal my wound in combat. I don't know. Over our travels, maybe I would have communicated that I kind of consume my magical abilities for the day when I heal myself like that.
Look around.
Well, if you keep looking around, I'm going to keep headbutting you with a ring in my face.
Oh.
Like a dog,
yeah,
like a toy.
With it in his mouth and kind of having moved through the water, you're able to see that it's a copper coin. It's a single piece of copper.
Someone made a wish.
Nice.
Did you pocket that?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I?
Bad luck. You're stealing someone's wish.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Farain, which side of this coin was facing up?
Oh no.
Oh, I couldn't see it. It was,
Was it
I
the
think,
Emperor's
as it
face or the seal of the Empire?
As it was described to me, it was just a divot. I couldn't really see it very well. It could have been anything. I just put it in my mouth.
It was covered in a layer.
This might be bad luck. I drop it.
Salvador,
So I look around,
and,
and for everyone watching, it's Hephaestia floating unconscious, Crocodile Forain, and then me and Salvador. That's it.
And
We're the only
Salvador
ones
looks
just
pretty,
floating here.
Salvador looks pretty rough.
Yeah, I look pretty rough too.
I would say you actually also look pretty rough now.
Yeah.
We all
I'm
look pretty bad.
Forain, I look at you. Swim around this grotto. See if there's any other way out. This slime is coming down. Is the slime like when it hits the water? Is it like? What are we talking about? Is it like foaming up? Is it trying to cover the water? Is it just like disappearing?
It's as the water. Yeah, it's disappearing, for lack of a better way of describing it. It doesn't. It's
Okay.
not. It's certainly not foaming. It's not attacking you. It's not doing anything crazy. It's just.
So it's not a threat.
Not a threat.
All right.
Are you asking me to investigate the area again?
Yeah, see if there's any other exit in the grotto. And if there is, come back and do the bubble thing again. If there isn't, just come back.
Okay. I'll I guess under
And I
Sandra's
pull the
request,
bestie up.
am I allowed to make a re-perceive check?
So no,
Or-
you're not going to need to make a perception check for this.
Okay.
It's going to take you some time. I'd say if you skirt along the edges of this cavern, it probably takes you 5 minutes to come back. It's only about
holy cow.
60 feet long, 90 feet long, and maybe 45 feet wide at its longest and at its widest. And
Okay.
probably 100 feet deep. It's
Okay.
very much just an underwater pocket of water. What's your wisdom?
What's my wisdom?
Yeah.
20.
20. Okay, make an
Yeah.
insight check for me.
Hold on, using the good dice. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
That's the good dice.
Megan, you have to see this to make sure.
No,
Right?
I believe you. We're rolling physical dice. We're just gonna play it.
I haven't touched it. The good dice is the stony one.
We can't see.
We can't see it.
Oh,
We see the void.
The thing you realize with your high wisdom and your high insight to this is you didn't see a source of water. This isn't part of a stream. This isn't part of
Freaky.
a larger network. Yeah.
And the well was covered.
Well,
Salvador, what do we do?
can I? Is it too much of a stretch to think that it must be coming through the portal?
You want to go investigate the portal?
I'm afraid to do that alone. I don't want to get grabbed through the other side. So not until everyone's ready to go.
So I like to think that Salvador hadn't actually like surfaced yet, because on account of there being a crocodile and Hephaestia and Sandro all in like a same space, so I imagine he hadn't actually reached the surface.
5 foot
Yeah.
diameter circle. We can fit.
Yeah.
But
You're good to chill there. If you have to do anything, it might be at disadvantage because of the cramped space. But
Okay. Well, while Foreign goes down below, Salvador will actually surface and go, I missed and it took Kate.
I know. I missed too. We almost. The thing was bleeding everywhere.
It
It's
was
probably dead
inking.
already. Who knows? I think we have to go through that portal.
Well, in Crocodile, I say, she's probably already gone now, so probably just focus.
Oh,
I'm just fucking.
when?
Nobody could hear that.
I think we have to go through the portal, Salvador.
All right, yeah. Let's...
There's more of those things in there. We don't know
Question:
if
and is anyone going to try to bring me back to 1 HP, or is there no way that that's?
There's no way.
I don't have
All right,
any
you
healing
have
left.
3 rounds before I drown.
Well, you're stable, and we can float you, so I don't know how
Yeah,
long
Yeah, you're floating.
that has to
you're
happen.
floating.
I'm
But
saying,
yeah, so
like,
I
you
look
gotta
at Salvador. I'm
pull
like,
me under.
there's. How do we even get Hephaestia through that portal without her drowning?
I don't think there's a good way. I think the only way out is if we were to leave to go up. But to go through the portal in our condition, don't know if we'd be much better off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with whatever you guys decide. I'm just letting you know that.
I'm fine. I'm just unconscious.
No, I'm just saying, like, don't dilly dally.
Oh,
Like,
no.
you've got
How-
3 rounds.
How long does it wait, why do you have 3 rounds?
If she gets pulled back under, because if you're going to
Yeah,
take her
yeah,
through the
yeah,
portal,
yeah.
you got to go back underwater.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I will tug of war you in the water as a crocodile. I'm gonna drown them voluntarily. Yeah.
Sandro, could you fashion a hook or grapple of some sort? Which we could eat our way upwards and...
Well, I think the slime is disappearing. I know Hecate tried to jump out, but the slime kept her from doing that. How are you with climbing?
I think Salvador had tried to climb out last time as well and didn't get very far.
Because of the slime, right?
It'd be an athletics check to climb out. It'd be an athletics check to climb out.
Salvador, you're
I'll
talking
give it a
about you're talking about leaving Hecate to her fate if we do this.
What the?
If we had a rope, if we could actually successfully get out for a second.
Wait, you still have that javelin, don't you? The javelin with the rope tied on it?
Well nodded. Yeah.
No,
well nodded.
I actually helped you with that.
Yeah, Hecate
I
secured it.
assisted. Yeah, and I secured it. Yeah, I think you were away from the table at the time, but I actually secured it, so it is usable.
It is well knotted.
Yeah. Now it is well nodded. She went, that's not right.
We have successfully spent all my resources. I cannot do anything, and I feel like I'm most functionally useful as a crocodile right now. So
I start
Deliberate.
deliberate water to get Farain's attention because I think you're still swimming around.
no, if I oh yeah, you told me to do the weird mating gurgle or whatever. If I found something, I did not. So
Okay.
I'll
All right, Farain, it's the 3 of us. We're the only ones to make this decision. Do we try to climb out and rest in that house and then come back to try and save Hecate tomorrow? Or do we go through the portal now? I vote we go through the portal now.
What is her size of a crocodile?
I think I'm large.
He's
You're
probably just
large?
like sticking his snout
Yeah.
up, you know.
No, I'm not. I was thinking about Tack and how she dived into a crocodile. I was like, how big is he? Can he fit me inside of?
Oh,
Can he put me in his mouth? I was just trying to think of something.
So many jokes about that.
please no.
It feels wrong to say
That's
that with
not-
one of your friends dying on the other side of a portal.
So, Sandro, you were laying out some options.
Yes. I'm like, Farain, nod your head up and down for the option you want. Climb out and rest, and come back tomorrow. Or go through the portal now. Climb out and rest.
So what Farain actually wants is let's see, the how long does it take to become aware from taking an involuntary nap from bleeding?
An hour. Short
An
rest.
hour? Okay, so how long can we wade water for? What if I want to do neither? What if I want to just sit here for a while? Because I can stay as a crocodile for what? Oh shoot, I forgot the rules for it. It's like what is it, like half your druid level rounded down or something. So I think I could stay as a crocodile for like an hour, right?
No longer than an hour, or you stay as a crocodile forever.
No, it's just forever. It's crocodile forever. I could sit here and float her until she wakes up. But then again, something could also just come through the portal and come get us. I can't relay any of that though.
Farain,
So-
you're not voting. Salvador wants to climb out and rest, right, Salvador?
Okay.
You wanna
Well,
come back
having
tomorrow?
I'm gonna leave that up to y'all.
Sandro, having
I'm
been
gonna twist my head side to side.
rescued by Hephaestia several times now, I don't know if
I
you
have a
would.
debt, I know.
I don't know if you can perceive this, but she is never hesitant.
You cut out.
You cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's never hesitated. So I don't know if you wanted to glean any information from what Hephaestia, like what would Hephaestia do?
I just rolled in that one to see if I would know what Hephaestia would do. I don't know what Hephaestia would want us to do.
I'd have something really snarky and offensive to say.
Oh, if only Denim was here, he would just go through the portal.
Yeah, so one thing Denim and Bestia had in common is that they didn't think twice when it came to doing something.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my hourglass.
Hecate dove into the well when she saw that Hephaestus and I were in danger.
Mm.
I owe her this, Salvador. We have to go through. We need to
Goddamn
figure out a
right.
way to get Hephaestus there.
I mean, what's
I
your
won't help us
AC,
stab
Salvador?
the police, city guards. But
What's my swim speed?
Yeah.
30.
So you could get me to the portal in 2 rounds. I guess. Can you dash in water? Can you take the dash action in water?
All right, what we doing?
Yeah,
see
I
where
don't
you
see
can.
anything why you couldn't.
All right.
Just
I was
not a
saying-
fair question.
I look at Salvador and I say, "Don't tell her I did this. She'll probably kill me." And then I and blow into Hephaestus' mouth, close her mouth. Let's go. And I start swimming.
All right. I want to lead if I can. Can you try to grab onto me with one arm while I swim?
I'm
How
a terrible swimmer.
I'm a large creature, right? Can I pull them when I swim?
You're not in any sort of duress at the moment. I would say that's doable. And
Is-
like
is
as you
it-
start pulling them through the water, something clicks in your brain. It's like, oh wow, something really dangerous just swam right by the portal and kept going. Nothing.
What?
No, the timer.
Mm.
The timer. You did something before the timer.
Gotcha. All right. Can I dash, or while literally carrying 2 people in the water, I'd assume I can't dash, right?
How
Or is
many
that
rounds? How many
How
rounds
how
will it
strong
take
am-
us to get to the portal?
I would say if you're just dashing, making best speed through there, you'd probably 30, 60, 90. You'd be there in 3 rounds.
okay?
And probably closer to 2 if you're dashing.
Okay. Then
So-
that's what I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna try to jump through it and really hope that we don't land in a
And with-
pocket of water with no
With
air.
Lorraine doing all the hard work, Sandro is smart enough to know, all right, I breathed some oxygen in, 15th century medicine understanding. I'm going to hold Hephaestus' nose closed and try to hold her mouth closed.
It's
till the
gonna-
water goes in.
Okay.
Because
You're
I'm
gonna
going to
give her
the-
I got you.
myself.
So okay, cool. And then Salvador, what are you doing?
I'll be holding on to Foreign with one hand, I guess, finding a little scale or maybe a toe to grab onto.
Okay. So I'd say
And then-
pulling all of them and then performing
Jesus
a little bit
Christ.
of medicine on Hephaestus by holding her nose closed. It's probably gonna take you a little closer to 3-ish rounds to get there.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 feet of water. on the other side.
Also, y'all don't have. Well, you don't have a swimsuit, so no, we'll keep it at 2. 2 rounds to get there. As you get to the portal, you feel kind of this. You're not sure if it's a swirl of energy or a current. But either way, you pass through it. Is that what I heard you say? You're going through the portal?
Yeah, I'm gonna drag everybody in the portal.
Passing through the portal, you feel your body temperature drop dramatically.
I hate this.
I was afraid of this.
Your heart plummets into your gut. The twisting disorientation.
Oh, no. You don't go.
The twisting disorientation lasts but for only a moment before you emerge on the other side. Your senses come back to you. You are still submerged in murky water.
No.
The rough carved cavern walls are now gone, and a seemingly endless expanse of water is all around you. The faint glow of the portal illuminates about a 10-foot area around you. Above you, darkness. Below you, you see a sheet of dim light. What are you doing?
A sheet of dim.
Just holding on.
Below
Holding
me, a
Hephaestus'
sheet
nose and mouth closed.
of dim light.
Holding on to Forain. He's in
Um,
his element.
I'm not. They always tell you not to go towards light, but I feel like going towards darkness is also never a good idea. So I'll start navigating people towards the light.
Okay. So it takes you it takes you a little bit to get there. You feel like you're swimming for quite a while. Probably 3 rounds, 4 rounds total since
Look at
the-
Salvador scared. Like,
Since the moment y'all went underwater, you're probably at about 3 rounds, now 4 rounds. At about the 5th round, all of your lungs are starting to burn a bit, with the exception of the crocodile. But you as you get near the sheet, you realize you're actually seeing through and out past the water. You're at the surface of the water the more you swam down.
Did we like enter the portal like upside down?
You did.
Mm.
You did.
Oh man. If only someone exhaled, we would have known that.
I was wondering
That
if y'all
person
were playing games.
person would have also probably lost a round or 2 of air.
Yeah,
All
probably.
right, so your lungs are burning. You haven't breached the surface yet. I'll leave that up to you. What are you doing? You're right at the surface of the water.
Well, we can't very well just stay in the water the entire time. We have to breach the surface.
I'm just making sure. So as you come up,
We're gonna die.
So as you come up out of the water, and you're able to look around. Let me see here. The realm inside this portal is wild and untamed. Majestic flowers cover most every surface. Plants and insects alike glow with patterns of bioluminescence. If there was any color at all, it would be overwhelmingly beautiful. Everything here is a shade of soft gray, with only the shadows created by a sourceless light in the sky being a darker gray. The sounds here are somewhat muted and strained, and there is not a single odor that catches your nose. For all of its life, it's lacking in life. Its joy and pleasantness leached from the air. Along the nearest bank, you see 2 small shelters, made with felled logs and thatched roofs. Firaine, you notice a small, thin plume of smoke rising from the other side of the longhouse. What are you all doing?
I checked to see if Hephaestus is breathing.
Yeah.
Make
No,
I'm not.
All right, Hephaestus, make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. You know what? Make it at normal, just a flat roll.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, Patrick was holding your nose. So it was good foresight.
Oh shit.
I feel like he had to have her like in a sleeper hold to pull that off, right? So he's just like
Well, yeah,
Pull-
I
holding
wasn't
up
swimming.
against
I was holding on to
holding
you.
on to me,
You
and
were
then the other one,
swimming.
yeah.
So Constitution saving
I'm
throw is
smart.
a 15.
A 15? Okay.
Mm.
And then make a medicine check for me, Sandro.
Why don't you let me?
At disadvantage because you're in the water doing medicine.
Okay. That was a 17. And, ooh, that's a 21, so 17.
Okay. Yeah. No, you are confident that she is still in the same state that she was in before you pulled her under the water.
Now, it was like you said it was really cold before, right? So is it still really, really cold now, or is this kind of like, it's like water cold, but not like glacial temperature
It's
kind of
not
cold?
glacial cold.
Okay.
Salvador will look around and see if he sees Hecate or anything.
You said it's dark, right?
No, it is lit as if it were day, but everything is gray.
Okay.
Are we now like in gray, or do we still have color?
Looking
Because-
around, everything, including yourselves.
Oh, weird. I haven't
Okay.
noticed it because I think Crocodile's probably only seeing black and white,
Firaine.
anyways.
But you said you were going to look
Alright.
around for Hecate.
Yes.
Make a
Yeah.
make a perception check for me.
Everyone, be as stealthy as you can. We don't know what's
13.
on this side.
I immediately.
So Salvador, you notice that the only thing you really are I would say you notice the same thin smoke billowing up from the other side of the nearest longhouse that Firaine noticed. I would also say that it just seems, even though like when you hear birds chirping, because you certainly do, you hear insects, you hear birds, you hear all sorts of sounds that you would expect in a dense forest that this is. Everything is just muffled. It's almost as if it's got like the the filter from Peanuts, the teacher, over it. Is everything just seems
Salvador tries to like bob his head to see if he's got water in his ears.
some water comes out, but it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Let me Google snake ears. Frang, get us to shore.
But we
Oh.
don't see any, with the exception of the thin line of smoke, you don't see any of the creatures you fought. You don't see any signs of like sentient kith life. You just
And how far away is this lodge?
From where y'all surfaced, probably 60 feet or so.
Okay.
I say to Sal, because really Salvador is the only one who can like speak with me, and I'm repeatedly saying, let's be stealthy, get us to shore, stealthy. Crocodiles can be very stealthy. And I look at Salvador, I'm like, if that's the creature or something in league with it in that house, we need to sneak up on it, surprise whoever's inside. We have to get every advantage we can.
Let's try and get perhaps under foreign, so if foreign approaches, it only appears like a crocodile, not 3 people hanging off of a crocodile.
I draw my rapier, and I'm like, Frang, I hope you're okay with this. And I'm trying to like.
I'm not, but this is urgent, I guess.
Salvador
What are
and
you
I-
hanging off of down there?
There's also the
Salvador
potential
and
that
I
they're
get
completely
underneath.
normal people stuck in desaturated land, and they're gonna come to the door and be like, crocodile, which is gonna be really weird. I don't know how stealthy I can be as a crocodile. I don't think I have a very high dexterity. I'll try though.
So as you,
I mean, have you seen videos of crocodiles in water? Like, come on.
I mean, I can probably be stealthy in water, mate. I don't even think I can if y'all are all letting me drag
Just
you. It
bring
looks
us
like
to
it looks like
shore,
I'm
Foreign.
basically
That's-
pulling a raft of people across a lake.
Foreign is like bobbing his mouth up and
all right,
down as he
first
keeps
things
talking.
first,
Salvador will
everybody
grab
give
it.
me a stealth check.
Does this include
Oh,
Anyone who might be in the hut.
That is a nat 1.
Oh boy.
Salvador, quit splashing.
So
That's
Salvador, you go to get
Going nuts in the back.
underneath the crocodile in the to do the plan, and your tail sort of whips up out of the water and comes back down like
Makes that
Killer-
like that
Killer
really
Love's,
audible, like
Free
when you
Willy
clap
style.
water.
Yeah,
splash
one of
kind
those.
stuff.
I'm 25 stealth. I'm already under terrain, and I'm just glad. I'm like, what are you doing?
well, my stealth roll is a flat 10, and a crocodile has no modification stealth.
Okay.
So that's. I feel like is that common knowledge that do I know I'm not being stealthy?
We all think we're
you
very
think you're being
sneaky.
stealthy, so
I'm
you all
doing my best.
make your way towards the coast, and I don't know much about the anatomy of crocodiles, so I'm going to assume you have ears that are over the water.
Yeah, they're
Shortly
like
after you start moving,
back.
you hear a low hum, like a bzzz kind of noise.
It's
and
another crocodile trying to.
Instantly what that noise
Yeah.
is.
I know what that vibration in the water is.
it's not in the water. It's
Oh,
in the
never
air. And you hear a bit of a flutter before it becomes a solid bzzz kind of a sound. Ashley,
that flutter is not me.
I know.
Okay.
You just wanted to say your name.
Hear a splash in the water from inside your hidey hole.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to come back to you in a second. I just want to let you know kind of what's happening there. Give you
Good
some
job,
idea.
Frang.
Do you think you would go to your? Do you think you would start working your way to your observation point?
Absolutely. Do you want me to stealth? Because I would be stealthing.
I'm assuming you're stealthing. You've become pretty accustomed to some of this. Having an idea as to where you are. Okay. So as you're working your way closer and you hear that noise, it starts to get a little louder. You notice one of these blue creatures. Its wings batting.
Mhm.
Rise up over the longhouse from by where the thin plume of smoke was, and look in your general direction.
In
You
my
can-
general direction.
No. Sorry, I'm back to Farain.
Oh, okay, okay.
You can see that its arm is bandaged, and almost like pulled up in like a sling.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of looks around, and it sees the water has kind of gone still. It sees a log floating there. Looks around a bit and kind of shakes, and you see him descend back down, and you hear a little, but the wings go quiet, and you're not sure. They don't seem to be pursuing you, but you've arrived at the edge of the water.
Okay. I'm at the edge of the water, so like I'm like on shore.
Yeah, you could easily just walk up onto shore now.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
stealthing
walk up
the
on a shore.
beach.
I
grab
suppose-
Hestia.
Yeah, like as
We're
this
out.
happens, since Salvador rolled a 1, was under, he just gets
I-
sand and mud just kind of raked over him.
I unwild shape if I'm no longer stuck in the water.
Not heal. Hestia.
After all that battle that we underwent, afraid that I'm spent. Could you hear that?
What's that buzzing sound?
There's something I spotted in my water with my eye. There's a some sort of creature scouting from the sky.
I look at Salvador. Go right. You go left.
I'm a big old boy now, so I'm gonna pick up Hephaestia and carry her.
Okay.
Can't.
So
You should
What?
probably stay here with Hephaestia. We'll go handle this. Salvador, you go left, I'll go right.
okay.
Salvador will go left.
So the both of you start
Sneak
to,
around.
to sneak around, one going left, one going right, and as you get into a decent flanking position, and you're kind of using foliage and trees as cover as you go, you can see that there's only two structures here. There's a smaller house, and then there's a long house, and at a certain point you're able to kind of see between them, and you can see a small campfire with two of these fey creatures kind of sitting on a log next to it. You don't see any sign of Hecate.
Are these the same fake creatures that we saw from
Yeah,
Under the water?
You're not sure if they're the exact same ones. You do see one that looks a little bit injured, and the one next to that one doesn't seem as injured. At least doesn't seem as visibly injured.
Can I roll, would it be other perception or like history to see if I recognize that as like one of the injuries that we had caused?
Sure, you can make a history. Just make an intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Yeah, make an intelligence check with your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Jeez, that's 6.
You're not 100% sure. It looks like it was
13.
probably pretty grievous in its wound, but you're not 100% sure if it's one that y'all have given. You're able to see a little scarring has formed at the top of one of the bandages. It doesn't look like it's a particularly fresh wound.
So in our stealth, do the Fae, are they reacting at all to the fact that imminent death is creeping up on them?
They don't seem to. They seem to be very focused on just chilling at that fire.
Okay. Can we see each other? Can I see where Salvador is? Can he see
What's
me?
your passive perception?
14.
Salvador, what's your passive perception?
How do you just, is that just
10 plus whatever your...
Any
Wisdom.
perception bonuses,
Yeah.
whatever those might be.
oh, then just 10.
Salvador, you're able to see. Wait, scratch that. Reverse it.
Sandra.
Sandro, you're able to see Salvador, but Salvador is not able to see Sandro. Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
I will... So like there's like bushes or like scrub or something that we're kind of like hiding in.
Yeah, I'd say with your stealth checks, you're able to kind of make your way over there.
I aim
real fast,
my...
Salvador, make another stealth check for me since you rolled a natural 1 earlier.
Yep.
And now you've kind of transitioned to being stealthy on land instead of stealthy on water.
That is a 9.
Do you want me to roll another one too?
No. Yours was fine earlier. This is just making him reroll because his was so poor. And I was going to see if I could get him to step on a branch or something. No. But you feel okay with where you are. So, all right. What are y'all doing? What are you doing, Patrick?
I'm trying to explain why Fae are evil.
Oh
They're
God!
evil.
Get out of the chat.
Whoa, bro.
All right. What are y'all doing?
Denim is like, yeah.
You see two Fae sitting around a campfire. You got two buildings. You got limited cover between your current position and them, with the exception of maybe pressing up against one of the buildings.
I want to angle a dagger to try and catch their firelight and shine it towards Salvador's position, but not give away my position. So just flashing the dagger to try and have a flashing light towards
Okay.
Salvador.
Do a stealth check for me at disadvantage.
Oof.
All right, that is a 19 plus 6. That is a 17 plus 6.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to shine it, and then Sandra, roll for me roll for me a perception check.
Oh. Is it 18.
18.
Yes.
So in a spot where you previously didn't see anybody, you see a gray form kind of shift and a little bit of a light glimmer off of a blade, and you kind of focus in on it, and you're able to see Sandra there. So now you're both able to see each other.
Okay. All right.
Hey, now that you can see me, I'm pantomiming, you want to
Sandra will, I guess, take out
Salvador.
long. Yeah. I was looking at your screen. Salvador will have his take out the longsword and ornate longsword.
Okay. I shift my weapons so that my dagger's in my main hand, rapier's in my offhand, and I will target the wounded one. How far away is it from me?
From your current position, 60 feet.
60 feet away?
Yeah.
And there's no cover between me and the creatures?
You could maybe go off course a little bit to get behind the building. The building would probably put you at about 30 feet away.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm a rogue. Duh. I will stay where I am, use bonus action aim, and because I'm an unseen attacker, that means I will have 1 stack of advantage compared to 2 stacks minus 1 stack for being at long range, and I'll chuck my dagger at the wounded one.
Okay.
And as soon as it leaves my hand, I'm charging forward.
Okay, got it.
How
Thank God for advantage.
far am I away from this campfire?
I would say
Salvador
also
away.
60 feet.
Also 60 feet? Okay, then in that case, Salvador will have his javelin
Okay,
ready to go instead of one of the swords
gotcha.
to throw.
Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
See what your rolls were there.
Nope. My rolls were a 2 and a 1.
All right, but what was your real roll? What was your physical roll?
The total?
Yeah, what did you?
A 8 to hit.
An 8 to hit. Okay, and Salvador, you said you were throwing a javelin.
Mhm.
Give me those. Go ahead and roll that to hit, please.
These could be nice people. Not all Fae are evil. What are you doing? They were relaxing around a fire. You have no idea if they're bad or not. They had a house.
Justin, I really hope you describe the scene that you typed to them after they figure out things, because
This is Salvador was just going with Sandra's plan by this point. So
Okay, so you're throwing the javelin.
yes, that was a 14.
A 14 to hit. All right, so okay, right here. Okay, perfect. So Salvador, your dagger whirls through the air and it stabs right into the log next to the Fae that's injured, and you see him look down and go, ah! And right as he grunts, that same one takes a javelin right into the back, like right into its spine. He's very clearly like in pain,
all planned,
but not dead. But he definitely has.
I didn't roll for damage actually.
Back. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Okay. Okay. 9.
9. Okay. All right. Let me get initiative from Ashley, Salvador.
I knew it.
I know. Yes.
You knew what?
Well, you kept making faces.
Ashley, Salvador, Greg and Patrick, please.
Me? I'm on the shore with Festy. I don't even know what's.
Well, I'm just going to have you in the initiative order just in case
Oh,
you decide
okay.
to show up.
That might be the best I've ever rolled for initiative.
Oh wow, this is low. That's very low. Makes sense. I'm not really. Oh, yeah, you're on my sheet, Loki.
Okay.
Should I put paper down?
All right. Who thinks they rolled the highest?
I got an 18.
16.
Okay. Got an 18, a 16,
9.
9. Is that everybody?
I got a 4.
4. 4 for foreign.
Yeah. 4 for foreign for the.
Thing is, like, player Kyle was been like, you know what? They might just be people just hanging out, but like Salvador, having just been attacked by these, is like these things just
attacked us.
I just realized what's going on. Okay, that's fine. Salvador, you are up, top of the round.
Yep.
Do we have a battle map so we can know?
Do we need one for?
I mean,
I say
there's a house somewhere.
Not yet.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
There's me and Salvador. There's terrain.
if people have any intention of running away, you'll need some sort of gauge of distance, won't you?
Okay, hold on one second. I'll get the map.
People split.
Give me a second. I'll get the map out. You know what? Here, I promised we would take breaks, so let's do this. Because let's take a 5-minute break right now. So I'm going to kick us to break, and I'm going to get the battle map pulled up, and we will be right back. So everybody, stretch your legs from being in front of your computer. We're trying to be healthy. You're not supposed to sit in front of your computer for hours on end. So we're going to get up and let the blood
none
flow.
of us do that.
It's a lot different than sitting in front of a physical table with everyone else.
Listen, you.
It's break for your eyes.
There's no screen there.
True. It's a break for your
Yeah.
Having something afoot in front of your story.
All right, we're back. Thank you, everybody, for letting us take a quick break as we get accommodated and used to being remote like this. Let's see, where can I put this? I guess I'm going to make that a little smaller. And I'll move that over just a touch. And there we go. Oops. Dang it. There we go. All right. So, Salvador. So I guess just to kind of lay it out, the long building is the long house, the small building is the small house. The two red things in the middle are the logs they were sitting on. The little red circle is the campfire. Sandra, why is there two of you?
Because I can't control the other one.
Really? Salvador, can you control the other one?
No, I cannot control mine.
Okay, do the same thing that he's just done.
Oh, where am I at?
I can now control this one.
Yep,
this is
perfect.
mine.
Well, you're off
Out of the beach, remember?
I'll put me way in the corner somewhere. I'm not sure that orientation is correct. Oh, to water is way
When
over
we
this
get to
way.
your turn, Forain, I'll ask you, like, are you going to like react to the commotion you might be hearing and things like that?
Gotcha.
What are you doing? You're not there. You're over here. This is where I want you. What are you doing? You're right there. What are you?
It was said at the beginning that I was going left. So if I was on the
fine.
left,
you guys
the
are just
water's
on
over
opposite
there.
sides of the campfire. It's fine. All right.
That doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm all the way over here, but all right.
Put yourself where you think you are.
I think I was over here, and I thought,
What?
because if the water's to the right, Sandro asked me to go left. So if we had just gotten on
Left
the water,
around the building, not left on the screen.
no,
right?
left from the water, I presume.
Go. He's saying from the water, looking at the house, going to the he would be where Sandra. But I sort of understood that theory of the mind, but it probably doesn't.
It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. As long as Sandra is 60 feet away from the combat, and as long as Salvador is about 30 feet away from the combat, I don't actually care.
We're good. We're good. All right.
Now with your current position, Salvador, how are y'all communicating by knife light?
So that would be 60 feet for me. So that's
Okay, whatever. All right. Cool. So Salvador, you are up. So you had you threw your javelin, it went into its target. Let's say the one at the top of the screen is the one that you hit with the javelin.
okay.
That's
Then
the
I will
wounded one.
also
That's the wounded
ready a
one.
hand axe and throw a hand.
Okay. Well, so you got your full turn back. So it's
Oh, okay.
you got a full turn. That happened on a surprise for them.
Cool. Then I will have my 2 hand axes.
Okay.
Throw both.
Okay.
First one.
Perfect.
Is a 18.
Okay. 18 is definitely going to hit. Roll your damage.
And I'll okay. That is a 8.
Okay.
Now I'll roll for the next one. That is a 21.
That definitely is going to hit.
And another 8.
Just real fast, Sandra, you said that when you threw your dagger, you were going to immediately start charging in. Your mini at the moment is at the 60-foot point. You probably want to move up 30 feet to accommodate for that charge in, because that would have happened on that kind of that initialization of the game. All right. And how much damage was that second one?
Also 8.
Also 8. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, that wasn't legal. If I did aim, I can't move. So
Oh, okay.
I'll have
Got
to
it.
move on my turn.
Got it.
Sorry.
No, all good. Getting used to being online. Okay. Salvador, are you doing any moving or anything like that for your turn?
Let's see. I'm gonna stay where I am because I'm not sure if they would have actually still been able to tell. Since I threw things, I'm still somewhat in cover, I presume. So I'm gonna stay where I am.
Yes,
and...
but with rules as written, when you attack or cast a spell, it breaks your hidden.
Yeah, if you have the Skulker feat though, that would save you.
Yeah.
You're hiding,
Alright.
I think.
So I just didn't want you to assume you were hidden when the
okay.
rules would tell you.
Gotcha.
that
Then I will move 10, 5 to there.
Okay. Perfect. Ashley,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Uh-huh.
Do you leave your observation point and start running towards the fight? Because you see
That
the-
depends.
you
Is
see
there
the
anyone
thing.
else back at the tree asleep?
You don't know yet.
I know, no, but that's the thing. Like, if
No.
I need to know, because
You don't.
if no, because if I see a fight, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, let me go get my companion. But if there's no companion, I'm gonna join. But if there is a companion, I'm going to get them so we can both go join.
We need to find out if Hikate's alive first, and then we will put that in there.
Okay, so I'm just
Yeah.
watching.
Okay, you're just
I'm-
watching. Fine.
Yeah, until I know, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. That's going to take us to the first fairy's turn. It is surprised. It is affected by the surprise feature. So it cannot move, it cannot attack, it can take a bonus action, but it doesn't have one. So it is just going to look up and go, bleh! The other one is going to be it has the exact same thing happen to it, but it's reacting to the incredible pain that it's in. And that's going to take us to Sandro. Your turn.
All right, I yell out in Sylvan, "Foray now!"
Okay.
Did you actually tell me to
And-
do something?
Nope.
No, he didn't tell you to do anything.
But I'm alerting you that there's something going on. All right, let's see here. I will run up to this side of the building.
Can I?
What kind of building is this?
Yeah, it's a little thatch building.
Okay. Run up here. I will hide, so I'm unseen.
Okay.
17 plus 6. I think I'm unseen. And that will give me advantage to counteract the long range disadvantage. I will pull out my only other dagger, and I will attempt another attack at the wounded one.
Okay, got it.
Oh, there we go. There's it. Hey.
This is just going to be my camera now. I'm just going to keep that there.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
Don't use digital dice. It's an actual random number generator.
Oh, Patrick, don't
This
be
is
false.
funnier for everyone else.
Oh, look, roll 20 gives me an 11.
Well,
All right, so your dagger flies your dagger flies wide. You see it kind of disappear in the brush behind them. You see it disappear right off into the bush past that longhouse. Farain,
yeah.
your turn to react to the plan that y'all hatched.
Yeah, the plan that we talked about extensively in detail before they started a fight at something that I knew was somebody's homestead, by the way. This is clearly not a military fortification of any kind.
Well, you could have said
Yes, but for Rain, you also know that these things just attacked us and dragged us into this situation. And they tried to kill Hephaestia. Where do your loyalties lie?
I mean,
Stay with Hephaestia.
you're right, but so like I don't know that quote unquote these things are the same. Like I don't know that the thing that you see is the same as the thing that I saw in the well, right? So I know that you have engaged in combat.
If it goes up over the building and you looked at it, you would go, "Oh yeah, that's the same thing I fought."
Oh, it is the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same creature.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right.
Same variety of creature. I mean, I guess you don't know if this one's Tom or the one you fought was Chuck, but it's certainly the same kind of creature.
I can't leave Hephaestia like at the shore, or anything. How close am I to the house from the shoreline?
I'd say if you're going straight to the house, you're about 30 feet away.
Okay, so while she's incapacitated, I assume my speed's going to be halved because it's almost the same as a grapple, right? Or I don't know. Actually, she's dead weight, isn't she? I could probably just pick her up. Yeah, she's probably not contesting me. I'll pick her up and I'll use my bonus action to cast Magic Stone and I'll grab some pebbles off the shore, and then I'll run towards the house. Probably around, not to the front door, but like around to where I think they are behind the house.
I mean, can you put your icon down on 20?
Yeah, I can move it. I guess it depends how close
You'd probably be able to get to right there next to that bottom right corner. Go forward one more.
Yeah.
That's about where you'd get going 30 feet.
Okay.
Pick me up, you notice that my features are starting to change.
Oh, that's good. That means you're alive.
Yeah.
I probably do that, but
And my hair is starting to turn white.
oh, okay, that's a little different.
Oh, that's good. Oh, wait, that's not good.
Well, I'll probably freak out because your hair is becoming desaturated like the environment. All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. You're not gonna take any actions or anything?
Can I see anything?
No, not from there.
No. Nope.
Okay, got it. All right, that's gonna take us back to the top, Salvador.
Okay. Let's see. Salvador's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 35 around this way.
Okay.
Keep missing, Salvador.
But oh, he has no idea you're there. So he just do you say that as he approaches? I guess. He
Yeah,
goes,
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
my arm, my shoulder. Ugh.
So, Salvador no longer has any more throwing items. I guess I would see Foreign at this point. Salvador will motion towards Foreign. Oh, I can't do it with like not showing up with two fingers up, saying like trying to pantomime. There's two of them.
I think that means that. Never mind. Peace. We're coming peace.
Yeah. And then Bird. Yeah, it's really all I can do. Actually, you know what I'll do? Can I do a? How does help action work?
You take help as an action, and it will give Sandro or Forain, whomever you're giving it to, but I think they got to be within 30 feet, or maybe closer. That gives them advantage on like an attack or a skill check.
Okay,
I think when it's an attack, you have to. Do you have to like be within melee range to do it?
Yeah, probably. That sounds right.
Melee range of the target.
Gotcha.
Of
Okay.
the
Unless you're
target.
mastermind rogue.
True.
So in that case, I cannot help you with your next throw.
Wow.
I guess you'll just hold there then.
Okay. That's going to take us to...
Do you want to hold an attack action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a hold. If they get close, if they get within 5 feet, or I'll attack them.
Okay. So you're going to hold an action for if they come at you, or what?
Yeah, if they come around the corner.
Okay. Gotcha. If they come into your line of sight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. That's going to take us to the fairy. First one is going to shake off. It's surprise. It's going to take flight. You're going to see it come towards you. It's going to move. Let's see here. It's going to move to about... Let's see. Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. Layer, token layer, layer, token layer. Objects and token. All right, you're going to see it pop up, go 5, 10, 15 feet. It's going to move here. It's going to be its full movement, and it is 15 feet in the air and 15 feet closer to you. It is going to... It's going to stay there. This one is going to come up 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's only 10 feet off the ground. And they are both moving towards you. That's going to be, you know what? And they're going to use dash. So 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. All right. That's going to be it for their turn. Sandro, you're up.
All right. I will get next to Salvador with my rapier and hold an attack action for when they get close. And I'll look up at the non-wounded one and say in Sylvan, I don't have a fight with you. That one tried to kill us.
Say in Sylvan. Okay. Make a... It's going to hear you say this in Sylvan. It's going to look back down at you, and it's just going to bear a row of just incredibly jagged, borderline serrated teeth. And
I guess I do have a fight with you.
Yeah, you can see like morsels of like flesh and blood like on its...
Salvador hisses back.
Jawline. All right.
Good.
So you're just holding an action for attacking if they get close?
Yeah.
All right. Forain, you're up. They're probably aware of your position at this point because you weren't being stealthy, but they don't seem interested in you at the moment. They're coming for the people that have attacked them.
All right. Kind of weird. Now this is. I don't know if this is asking too much information. You said they're the same race as the things we saw on the wheel. I'm not convinced that it's them per se. Is there? I mean, I'm probably. Would you say I'm familiar with pixies as a race?
Sure.
All right.
But
didn't-
I mean, if we're being specific, these don't look like pixies that you've seen before.
Oh.
He did mention the one that glared its teeth at us had blood in its mouth.
Wait, I think that's the opposite direction.
Yeah, Forain wouldn't have seen that.
Okay. That's fair.
Yet.
I will ready, or I'll. No, I won't actually. It looks like my team is like really dispatching the shit out of them. I'm not going to attack them. If they come to attack me, I will fire off magic stones at them.
Okay, so you are also readying an action. That's going to take us to Salvador.
Okay.
Salvador,
said-
one of them definitely came into your line of sight. Would you have thrown a javelin or something?
Thing is, I don't have another javelin or
Oh,
hand
then
axe.
no,
I
you
don't have any
would've.
more ranged.
All right,
Right.
yeah, that's
I did.
that's
The
your
only thing
turn.
I could have done is I had another 10 feet of movement. I could, if I would potentially move
Mm.
to do a melee attack, but you said they were 15.
Yeah. All right. So your turn,
But
Salvador.
anyways, my turn. So how high is this roof? That
The roof is
building.
probably 10 feet.
okay,
These buildings are definitely made for these small creatures.
right? How much can I guess I jump? How is jump?
You can.
Roughly.
It's half your movement if you
Okay.
to go to it's
Long jump.
a standing
from-
long
from
jump
nuts.
is
Standing long jump is half your strength score. I believe.
yeah. Is it a number of feet equal to half your strength score?
Well, yeah, a long jump with 2 feet of movement is like your full strength score, and it's halved if you don't have that 2 feet.
I would say you at
Prior.
the very least you could jump and grab the edge of this roof if you wanted to pull yourself up.
I was hoping to essentially jump and then move right here on the roof.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Make an athletics check for me. This isn't going to count against your actions, and it's a relatively low DC. I just want to see if you critically fail. Is mostly what I'm looking at.
15.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you get up there.
Okay, and I imagine now this creature is within 5 feet.
Oh,
of me.
definitely.
And then I will take the longsword and ornate longsword and swing at it.
Okay.
That is a 15 for the first swing.
15 is going to hit.
You want me to go ahead and roll for the next one or roll damage?
You go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay.
This is the unhurt one, by the way.
Gotcha. That is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll for your next one.
That is 21.
That's going to hit. All your damage.
Ooh, that is 12.
Okay. Good hits. Doing anything else with your turn? You still have a bonus action.
You know what? I will go ahead and actually no, I can't use that.
No, I
because
think your
we
bonus
haven't
action was your
rested.
second hit.
No, that is true. That's
Yeah,
right.
Never mind. Sorry. Sorry.
Yep, that's
Okay, that's going to take us to the one that you just attacked. It's going to bare its teeth at you and go in to make an attack at you. It's going to take the. It's going to make a bite. It's going to be a 15 plus 6. Does that hit?
oh, yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
As he does that, I will use my reaction to riposte.
Okay. What does the riposte do?
I'm going to pull it up now. I believe I do an attack. Sorry, I have to load it up on my phone. Come on.
When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction.
Okay. Expand. Okay, never mind.
So it's not.
in
Do you
that
mean parry?
It's not a miss. I think I meant parry then.
So parry lets you
Yep.
you can reduce the damage dealt by by an amount equal to one of your dice, your special dice, your class dice.
Right.
So that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Yeah, I'll be using my superiority die.
Okay.
Reduce damage by the number you roll plus your dexterity modifier. Okay. 5. Then 5. Reduce it by 5.
Okay. Perfect. It's going to
So how much damage was it in total at first?
10.
So it is now 5. Okay.
All right. It's going to bite you again. Oh, 4 plus 6. I'm assuming that misses.
That does miss.
Assuming a 10 misses. Yeah, so the teeth come down at you, going for the same spot, and you just sort of bat its head away. And it misses you completely. The second one is going to move now. 5, 10, 15, 20. It is going to lower itself down enough to be in range of you, Salvador. And it is also Sandro, and it's also going to attack at you.
All right, well, 16 to hit on my rapier.
Oh, right, because it came into No, I think that would reset at the top of the new round. Is that how that works?
That's not how a reaction works.
Until your next
Reaction
turn.
works.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. You are correct. Okay, so what was it? A 16 to hit?
Yeah.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Hey, very good. This one looks haggard. It's not happy. But it definitely looks haggard. All right, that's a 16 to hit at you.
That hits.
All right, it swarms down right on you. It kind of latches onto your body for a second. And you see it bare its sharp teeth, and it digs right into your shoulder. It's going to deal also 10 points of damage.
Cool. I'm unconscious.
Whew.
Oh boy.
It's gonna bite at you again. 13 plus 6.
That hits.
Lose 2 of your death saving throws.
There's gonna be so many people back at that tree.
Woo!
All right.
So I'm confused. How did it get healed from that 1 point of HP that it had?
That's a great question. We'll have to find out.
Because that was only a minute?
That's a great question. We'll have to find out.
It's not the same one. Is what that is.
All right. Sandro. Roll well, please.
Nope.
Oof.
Oh god. The house is in his name.
That's what you're worried about.
All right, play through. Sandro, take a walk if you need to.
He can't take it.
Forain, you're up.
Give me a second. I think Sandra's fairly formidable. I don't like that it was taken down like that. Actually, I can't see no reason not to attack them now. I suppose I feel like Brain always tries to take a diplomatic approach to these things. So I guess the fairy that pixie that attacked. No, actually, he's. Hold on, let me roll for this. For companion rage. That's a. It's the upper end. I'm gonna. Ooh, man, can I keep my composure during that? Man, he's already. The damage is already done. Jesus Christ. I'm going to yell out to them. I'm going to say, it was a mistake. We were attacked on the other side of the lake. We did battle in a well where Unseelie faded dwell, and I want to. I don't know. I want to get closer by 30 feet. I'm still going to keep my magic stone at the ready in case they attack me, but I need to get closer to Sandro in the small hopes that he's not dead. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's your action is to dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, oh wait, no, I can't do that because then I wouldn't be able to hold my.
Okay.
As far as I'm allowed to go while holding.
Okay.
So I won't attack them unless they attack me, but my main goal is to retrieve Sandro. At the moment.
Okay. Salvador, you're up.
So Salvador, seeing this, essentially Sandro go limp and fall, he will he will. Is it? Are we able to use bonus action before an attack action?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's gonna go ahead and do second wind.
Okay.
For regain 11 health. And then he is going to leap down to the one that just downed Sandro, and with a longsword attack the one, going, Sandro!
Okay. Roll your to hit with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, you're jumping down. You're jumping down on top of the one that's
Mhm.
eating on Sandro, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 and 24.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
1d. That is a 5 for damage.
5 for damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that was on Sandro. The one
Yep.
that I described as haggard.
Yep.
What do we see?
It gets chopped straight in half.
Yeah, it's dead. Okay. Did you use your bonus action?
I did.
Okay.
That was for the
Yeah,
second
for the
wind.
second wind. Okay. Ashley, are you doing
Yeah.
anything from your perch?
Going back for the person at my treehouse.
Okay.
There's at least one person there.
Yeah. Yep. There is.
Like, oh, they killed one. We should, but yeah.
I need my friends now.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. The one remaining fairy turns and looks at you, Salvador. It attacks you.
I'll give it the most vicious look could possibly give.
It comes down and it's going to try and land on your shoulders and take bite attack at you. It's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 to hit?
Nope.
Okay, it misses. It's going to bite at you a second time. That's also going to miss. It was a 9. Oh, no, that might not. Hold on. Is that a 9 or a 6? That is a 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay. So it misses. Forain, you're up.
I going to oh man, Jesus. I'm gonna go up to I'm gonna can I see that Sandro is like out?
You see him on the ground with a dead Fae on top of him.
I'm going to dash over to him. That's my action. My bonus action, I'll just keep magic stones there. Can't actually ready in action or anything. Yeah.
You can't get to him with just your normal speed.
I can do it with dashing, can't I? I just moved it on roll 20.
Oh, so you have to dash to reach him?
Yes, I have to dash.
That's what I was
Yeah, so I just getting next to Sandro, running up on him. I can't heal him or anything.
Okay. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to take us to the top of the round. Salvador, you're up. You're batting away a Fae that just tried to bite you twice.
I'll be I will use. Actually, it doesn't change any. I'll just do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. There it is. Oh, wait. Herp. 17.
To hit? Yeah, that hits.
Oh, that's the wrong dice. I'm sorry. 12.
Damage?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's 12 damage.
Okay. Okay, your second hit. Looks real rough.
Nat 20.
What do we see happen?
I want both swords into like both rings and then like tearing at it, essentially ripping the wings off.
Oh, both swords into both wings. Got it. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
you stab in the one blade, you stab in your other blade, and you just rip sideways, and both the wings come out of this thing's back. Y'all are out of y'all are out of combat initiative.
Salvador will plant his swords in the ground and then kind of look it forward and attempt to do something. He's going to, for the sake of just character, attempt a medicine check on Sandro to see if he knows.
You don't have to roll for it. You
don't have to roll for it.
You
Okay.
shake the body, pat him on the face. Nothing happens.
If only I didn't wait before I attacked. He's dead because of the boldness I lacked.
Salvador is just quiet.
Dungeon Master's just quiet.
Everyone is just quiet.
All right.
I have Hephaestia like half dead next to me. I have fucking Sandro's body. Am I familiar enough to like? I can't leave him. I guess. We need to find a place to like hunker down and rest. I'm assuming that the house is now vacant.
You can certainly investigate.
A big assume.
You can certainly investigate.
Yeah, I guess Hephaestia is still technically alive, so I'll hand Hephaestia to Salvador, or he can pick up Sandro, however we want that to work.
You carried me with you?
Yeah,
Right.
kind of fireman carried you. That's why I didn't even have my shield up. That's why I just have one handful of stones. Yeah, so
You going for the smaller house or the bigger house?
I'll start with a smaller house. It looks like a better place to hide. We need to regain our energies somehow.
Okay.
Actually, I want to see both. I don't want there to be more people in here. I'm gonna have to investigate both. But we're right next to the small house, so I'll check that out first.
Okay. Going inside, there's a single bed. It's sparsely decorated, if any decoration at all. It looks like it's very much form and function. Or excuse me, very much function over form. It's in what you would barely describe as a bedroom. And the bed is not even really a bed. It's like a thicket of leaves and soft foliage.
Is it even big enough for me to get into?
It'd be a very tight squeeze. It's not quite as small as a hobbit hole, but
it's like an adult trying to enter like a child's playhouse.
A little bit. All
right.
You do see. Sorry, I gotta get my. I'm a little racked. You do see. You do see like piles of belongings. A lot of anything metal that you see looks mostly rusted. You see like armor in disarray. You see looks like maybe traveling goods. You see like ropes and chains, and you see parts of carriages. You see all sorts of stuff like that.
So a collection of knickknacks.
A collection of loot.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll look for valuables later. Now's not the time. I guess I'll try to recruit Salvador into checking out the bigger area.
Okay, so you bring Hephaestia into the little one and leave her there, or are you keeping her with you?
After seeing Foreign go in, Salvador is going to grab both Hephaestia and Sandro and bring them into the hut once we know it's clear.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess if I don't pursue, no, man, I really don't want to leave any of my team behind for them to get like snatched by someone wondering like, oh, hey, where was that shouting and battle coming from? I don't know how many houses are around the area.
Salvador looking for, and you check out the other building. I'll stay here.
Okay. Thinking that Salvador's got control of this, I want to try to check out the other building.
You head out of the small building and walk past where the campfire is smoldering. Still a very small bit of ember glowing in it. You make your way past. You go up. This building is this one's off the ground a little bit, and it's a little bit larger. You actually probably feel like you'd fit in this one at least a little bit better than the other one.
Okay.
And it's obviously much bigger. It's longer. The door opens freely to you. When you peek inside, it's all quiet. You see what looks like 10 nets hanging from the ceiling, kind of spaced out in like 5-foot increments, roughly. You see like 10 soft foliage beds similar to the one you saw before on the floor. Off in one of the corners, you see another pile of collected loot.
Okay. Do I guess we weren't waiting in the well that long. I don't suppose any of the loot highly resembles anything Hecate had on her.
Make a investigation check.
Can I add to passive investigation of that for the observant feat? I don't know how that actually works.
I don't know how that actually works either, but I know your whole shtick is seeing things, so why don't you...
Oh,
what'd you say?
That was a 1.
Well, I was going to say, why don't you just make it with, all your bonuses, but make it at advantage.
Oh, that's significantly better. 19.
You don't see anything at first, but as you go over and kind of rummage through, you do find a little mouse sitting in a rocking chair.
Very
near the top of one of the piles.
Yeah, I assume that's a one of a kind thing. We should have tried to talk to these things. We could have got a lot more information.
You could have said something.
I wasn't even there when y'all started it.
We walked away. You at any point could have said something.
Y'all are in
Four- or
the same
four
room.
in-
Forain's by himself
four-
in this room. Forain's by himself in
I
this house.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
What was the total on that roll? Sorry.
It's a 9.
In all the rusted rubble, you do see a couple of other things in addition to the mouse in the rocking chair. You notice you see what looks like a piece of fine leather wrapped over something, maybe 4 inches by 2 inches. It looks like almost a little pouch, a little folding billfold style pouch wrapped in a fine leather. And it looks like something a human could hold in their hand. It's like a single handheld billfold almost.
Okay. Well, and I mean, I'm not necessarily into thieving, but I think the denizens here are either malicious or dead now. So I'll grab it in case I need to sell it for the clergy funds to revive comrades. So I'll grab it, I guess.
As you grab it, and do you look at it or do you just pocket it?
I want to look at it first. I mean, it could be junk. I don't know.
You said you would or wouldn't?
I would look at it pretty briefly. I mean, it's not if it doesn't take more than
when you pop it open, there's 2 things that you see. You see a little crystal, kind of almost clear in the way it looks, and below that you see a compass, and it's pointing at the. You don't see it looks like a compass, but it doesn't have any directions labeled on it, and the needle is pointing at the crystal.
Okay. That is interesting. Yeah. Well, after I notice that the needle seems to be following crystal for a minute, yeah, I'll hold on to it, and I guess I'll go back to the small hut with the taxidermied mouse in hand.
So as you turn around, standing right by the door, right where you walked through, you would have seen something in that corner. You certainly would have seen a person. You see this lady hunched over. She smiles up at you. She's got black, greasy hair stringed down by her face. She looks up at you. You lost a comrade in my realm.
I'm surprised that you know. Did you happen to know where Kate go? Past tense of go. Went. Fuck. Okay.
I do not know anybody by the name Hecate.
I need to go pizza.
Well, they're quite lost, I fear. You see any Fae carry someone through here?
Well, occasionally, but I believe your mortally wounded friend is in the building next door. Perhaps a trade is in store. Your gift of a favor to me in exchange for a spell that I can weave.
Favor would be great, but to be blunt, what exactly is the favor you want?
That's for me to decide when it is time. Pools of like grease stream out of her hair and just kind of glop onto the floor. But if you're not interested, I can leave as quickly as I came.
For all, Fran, do I know which mortally wounded? She's talking about Sandro. Oh no, Jesus Christ! I actually don't.
It is your fault, after all, is it not?
Oh no. What a bad hag.
Has it been another hour? Can we pause?
It kind of has actually, but
It has. You know what? We could all probably use a second just to take a deep breath. So sure, we'll take a 5-minute break. Okay, we're back. We took our walks. At least I took my walk. Forain. So, what will it be?
I or offer is tempting, but I can't condone the trade, for my allegiance is strictly forbade.
So be it. You blink and she's gone. What are you doing?
While this is happening in there, I want Salvador to be obviously with Sandro and Hephaestia.
Yeah.
He will kind of close Sandro's eyes and be like, "You fought with honor and great strength. At some point, I thought you may have been a coward, but it turns out you were far more courageous than I first thought. I'm sorry I couldn't do more." And he will take Sandro's rapier and holster it and be like, "I will hold on to you as a good friend."
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to search Sandro's body, I can tell you what he has.
I don't think Salvador would be willing to just like grave rob his friend, but he wants to have this as that is both Salvador's thing and as a memento.
Forain does not have a problem with life debting himself to somebody. It just can't be a hag from probably the Winter Court. So he's probably just going to carry your body around. I'm not going to loot it. I'm going to walk back to the shack that Salvador is in.
Have I been able to make it back to the tree and get my 2 companions?
Yes, you're able to make it back to the tree and get your 2 companions.
Okay.
So,
who are my 2 companions?
you get back and you report to. You get back in your hollow.
I didn't see the second Fae go down, by the way. So I still think there might be a fight going on.
Sure.
So I'm like, hey, there's some people. They look pretty competent. Like, let's go. We might be able to get out of this all together.
Okay.
What? There's more.
So you get back and your 2 allies are there. So why don't you go ahead, Patrick, and introduce us to your new character?
All right. So his name is Eberk Hammerstone, and to whomever Ashley and whoever Whitley's characters are, he's not stopped talking about the Hammerstone clan, about how famous his family is and all their great accomplishments. He's like, "Oh, you got to see Belagard. We practically built that city."
Oh,
And,
this is great.
I like that.
He's very proud of 4 things that he has on him at all times. This strange metallic object that's about a foot long and has a wooden kind of crossbow hilt on it that probably neither of you recognize what it could be. He's not shown it. He's not like had to use it yet. He's also proud of his 3 instruments, a small little set of drums and a viol and a lute. And he will perform whenever asked, even if he probably shouldn't be performing, even if no one is asked, he'll be happy to just start belting out dwarven drinking songs and all this. But he's competently dressed as an adventurer. He, if it's cold, he pulls out traveling clothes and thick gloves. He's prepared for that. If it gets warm, he's prepared for that as well. So he's a very competent, richly dressed individual. But he's a dwarf. Long beard. Typical.
So you wake up with a bit of a start as Ashley comes in. Whitley,
What's going on?
you also wake up in this space with Eberk and Vale. I'll describe your new character for everybody.
So my character's name is Tareth Kelrin, and I am a human paladin. I come from Candor, and I'm pretty quiet. I don't know how else to describe her as yet. I guess she's very muscular but slim built. Has short hair that's kind of pulled up in a bun. I have a few scars on my body. You can tell that my armor's nice. I come from I have nice armor. I probably didn't come from meager beginnings, but nonetheless, I don't really try to flaunt it or anything. And because I came from a port city, I'll have some Tully-esque from Game of Thrones Tully type fish design somewhere on me. On,
armor. What god do you worship?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Ilmater? Is that how you pronounce it? Is that what we...
Ilmater?
Yeah.
Ilmater.
Ilmater.
Oh, Ilmater. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was the joke that Justin and I made. Ilmater. I'm not doing that now.
Aw. I need some country religious folk in my D&D.
Ilmater.
You wouldn't let me play Mindy. Come on now.
Okay.
Every story's got to have their Mindy.
The 3 of you awaken in your little hidey hole. You've been trapped in this environment for
Thank you.
for a great deal of time. What are y'all doing?
Should I describe Vale?
Yes,
Please.
You should describe Vale.
Okay. So you all have met this very posh looking, very clean Eladrin with you know what, you wouldn't be able to tell exactly what color anything was because it's all black and gray here. So it's just kind of longer hair, pointy ears, very, very clean clothes, puffy arm sleeve shirt and a, quilted vest, buttons up the side, and you all have seen the picture I've sent. Very clean, very fancy. He's got a quarterstaff with bits of flint embedded in it.
Is it he or she?
He.
Oh.
All right, what's our plan? Did they kill any of them?
Yeah, they killed one of the shifters. Come on, we should go. We don't want them leaving without us if they win and leave.
They even know a way out. What about the other shifters? You seen any coming back?
You would know that camp usually has roughly 12. And you know that they do occasionally go out on little hunting excursions. They're not usually gone for very long.
There were just two that were there when they were attacking. If we get back, we might be able to leave before the others get back from wherever they are.
All right, let's go.
I like that scenario.
So
Abrick starts running, which for dwarf means y'all can just like kind of power walk and catch up.
Okay, so y'all start making your way back. It's not a terribly far jaunt. It takes you probably just a couple of minutes to climb out of your hidey hole and pull aside the moss covered covering that you created to hide the hidey hole, and you get there. It all has gone quiet. You don't see any signs of combat. You're not really seeing anybody. Perhaps they left without you.
shit.
I would probably
Let's sneak in.
be talking to Salvador if somebody was nearby. I didn't anticipate someone investigating that quickly.
They were here. I promise you, they were here.
So
Sneak into the cab just in case the ship does.
So real fast. So while y'all were talking and introducing yourselves in your cave, Farain, you had walked back over to where Salvador is. What was going on there while they're coming your way?
Firbolgs are really big on honesty, so he wants Salvador to know beforehand of the mountain witch, forest witch that tried to strike a deal with me. I say, Salvador. I slap him around a little bit because he's not paying attention.
Yes.
I could have broke a deal for Sandro's health, but the witch might take from me any sort of wealth. She could ask for anything, serious or mild. She could ask for a potential unborn child. I'm sorry I did not reverse his end. I'll find another way to make him.
Well, we've all done what we can, but what you feel is best for your own sake,
Oof.
I suppose I understand.
And I'll probably continue talking to Salvador for an extended period of time. I don't know what I'm gonna. While we're
Is there anything
taking a short
we can
rest, I
do
guess.
for the one we have left? And I motion towards Festia.
Because elves don't really sleep.
Well,
and yet she seems
inside
to
of
be
this,
sleeping.
we've already put her where we could shove her in time. She will recover.
It's like you've had a lot go on today, and it's like she's fine.
I mean, you're breathing. We're in
I
some
just think
sort
it's
of.
funny. It's like you've had a lot going on today, and you're like,
I don't think venturing out into the wilds is a fantastic idea. More of that. So I'm ready to hunker down and wait for you to wake up.
yeah, I don't know. Like I was down 0, so stable at 0. So I don't know if it's like a short rest, and then I can use my dice.
I think it's an hour to become conscious again while you're
Yep.
conscious. Yep.
So do we hear them pretty easily?
Yeah,
as
so I
we're...
would say as you approach, you hear the low voice of Farain kind of speaking, and you hear a little bit. You can hear voices inside the small hut as you approach.
Does
Hold
that sound like another Fae?
Hold on.
And Salvador doesn't speak a lot Sylvan or anything, or Elven, right?
No.
So you'd be talking to each other in like the Dwarvish tongue.
Yeah.
I'm looking to Vale because Vale said, "Hold on."
I'm gonna sneak up to the door and see if I can get a peek at whether these are the same people that were fighting the
Roll a stealth
shifters.
check for me.
All right, stealth. That's a 19.
Okay, so you're being really stealthy as you approach the door. Farain, you hear the
Yeah.
slightest creak of something outside the building.
I go to Salvador, and I guess I just stop talking, and I get like wide-eyed, and then sort of look down and out at the door
I
for a
think
second.
Salvador would recognize someone hearing something, so pulls out his swords.
I can't chant or anything, or it'll give away my position, so I can't really ready a spell. I'll take my quarterstaff and which I use as a walking stick, I guess, and I guess I'll ready it to bop something if it comes through.
Okay.
All right. Vale, you get to the door and you hear it go silent.
Get ready, Tareth.
All right, I grab my shield and I have my battle axe. I'm ready to go.
I take my quarterstaff in both hands and use, as I speak in Dwarven, I say, if you're friendly, we could really use your help getting out of here, and slowly like push the door open with one end of my staff.
Can I take back my ready to action since you spoke? I don't want to bop her on the head.
You don't have to spend the reaction to do it.
Funny would
Just
that
get a
be?
old party wipe, bring in the new.
We come in peace. Bop!
Oh, Foray would be responsible for
Like a
2
nice little
deaths.
tap.
Oh,
Nice little boop on the head.
I guess
So you
what
say that in Dwarven?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is our version of common.
that's
Yeah.
what you all, yeah. That's what I heard you all speaking, so.
Okay. Well, I guess I will have prepared the bop, but now I'm sort of like just pointing it towards you. I think it's probably clear. We've got like a dead guy in the building with us. We've got somebody that's breathing slowly, incapacitated on a very tiny bed, and got a bleeding snake man, and I'm wet. I'm not actually bleeding, but I'm wet. I'm very wet, and
How many are you?
we're clearly defending
There's
this
three
area.
of us. There's 3 of us. We can help you. You all are hurt. You need some healing.
How did you get here?
We're scared and need a place to stay to fill ourselves and hit the hay.
You shouldn't rest here. This is not a good idea. There's more. They'll probably be coming back.
Yeah, we need to get moving.
How did you get in here? Is that
Through
portal
a
that
portal.
is it still open? Is there anything on the other side?
Hold on 1 second.
We should go.
All
This is not a good place to rest.
right, I'll
Y'all need some healing? Real quick? Real quick?
yeah,
Real quick?
yeah. I guess I'll keep an eye on you in case you're just gonna randomly stab Hephaestia.
No. I don't even have to get near. He looks dead. I can't do anything about that. But I'll fire off 3 healing words.
What are the words?
What are the words?
Heal.
Heal.
You gotta heal. You gotta heal. You gotta
It-
heal.
it has multiple meanings. Heal, like you're healing somebody, or heal, like stay. Like,
All right, so that's 1d4 plus 3. Let me see. Let me get a d4. This one, sure. It's gonna be 4 points of healing for everyone. For Salvador, Forain, and Hephaestia.
I think
Not-
feeling.
Oh, I'm completely unscathed.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'll
because
just
it's
do it
wild
twice
shape.
to the hurt people. So
Uh,
Salvador and Hephaestia get 4 points. I
Okay.
tried.
Hephaestia,
So we
for the first time this game, you are conscious
And next to a dead body.
and next to a dead body.
Yeah.
You
Probably-
kind of look around.
I
groggy.
also cast Prestidigitation to make the body not stink.
He probably doesn't.
He just
stink
died.
like that.
God.
These humans always
But,
smell.
No, the
Rigor
humans,
mortis
they-
hasn't
Died
even-
and he shit himself. That's what
It's like
happened.
the humans eat a lot of onion and stuff. It's just it comes out
They
in
all
sweat.
smell like cheesy.
Cheese and
Jeez.
onions just
Too soon.
there is a stench
Yeah, wow.
there.
So yeah, Hephaestia,
helped
you
you.
wake up and you look over to your left, and on the ground next to you, you see Sandro's lifeless body.
She probably took like a deep breath in when she woke up. And is probably, like you said, just kind of looking around, gauging her surroundings, and realized that there is a lifeless human next to her, despite how often she has tried. It's almost demoralizing a little bit. It's like the one time I fall asleep on this guy.
You were
Falls.
alive 5 minutes ago.
Literally. She's
feeling the
probably-
heal, Salvador will kind of relax a little bit, but he's still not gonna sheath his sword.
Yeah, she's probably just taking a moment to process the fact that he is lifeless, that he is just not unconscious, that the color is starting to drain out of his face. She's probably just silent and just
Okay.
staring.
Everyone's been healed. We gotta go. Can we go? Can we go?
Mm.
We go. I helped you. You helped me. Come on. We should go. We should go.
All right. I'll carry Sandra.
And I'll
Okay.
look at Hephaestia. Are you good to move?
Yeah, she'll get up. She kind of just nods her head and gets up, and her hair is completely white at this point, and her eyes are paler than usual. But she'll get up and just be silent.
Before Sandro's lifted up by Farain, I go over to him and I put my hand on his head, I guess, and I pray to Ilmater. Ilmater. Pray to my
Ebert's at
god.
the door, watching for any shifters.
Okay.
So we going back through that portal. You think we can get there?
I will look. Salvador will look at Foreign. Like, not sure. We had my friend here carry us through.
Trust me, laddies, you don't want to get stuck here.
For now, the swim, I don't have the power. I need another passing hour.
Hour.
Okay.
I can also cast Cure Wounds on Hephaestia. I don't know. I don't know where you're at on your health.
Out of 33, I look at it like a 4.
Approximately.
If you were gonna gauge it on some sort of range.
It's
Of
very low.
numbers.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So
I think you need it
Cheating.
the most than one then.
so we can't get back through the portal right now. Okay. Do I think that tree is gonna fit 6 people?
Hey, can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Okay. I'm being told that I'm coming through like a whisper.
Oh,
on the
weird.
stream, but nothing has changed.
Uh-oh.
You
The
literally changed.
Audio on my part does sound has a slight echo to it, but it's not bad.
Is anybody able to pull up the stream and just verify
Mhm.
if I keep
Give me-
saying words?
Still thinking.
Anybody watching the stream able to verify?
I'm pulling it up, but second.
I can hear you on the stream.
Yeah.
I sound way louder than you on the stream, though. I just heard myself.
Okay.
I can hear you fine. You're lower than the other people.
You're just lower than other people.
You're a little bit lower than other people, but
Okay. I'll
Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds real quick. And that's 1d8. I got a 4 plus my spellcasting modifier is a 3. So 7.
Is that going to me or is that going
That's
to
going to you, yeah. With Estia.
Great. Now I look like I'm at a 13. I'm a third of the
Yay.
way there. I look a good
I
bit
will look
better.
at the new individuals that have shown up. Is there a place for which we can briefly respite to regain our strength and then move from there?
So that
Yeah.
should 6 people.
We might be able to hide, but damn, I'd rather get out of here.
Unfortunately, at the moment, we're not in a position to move.
how far of a distance? You said it was like 3 rounds of me being a crocodile at swim speed of like 40, so it's like 120 feet down.
roughly.
So without having a swim speed, 15 feet, because nobody actually has a swim speed. How that 120 times 50 or divided by 15? It takes like. Hold on, I'm bad at math. I should have did this behind the scenes. Divided by 15, so it's going to take 8 rounds to get to the portal or where the portal was, if we even find it immediately. I guess I'd let them know that it's about like an entire minute's dive, 40 seconds underwater.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, and since I didn't have to use this ability last game, I did try to find my favorite enemy, but at 3rd level, you gain the ability to magically sense the presence of an inner portal. As an action, you detect the distance and direction of the closest planet portal within a mile of you. I don't know if that'll give multiple. I'm hoping that another one will show up besides the one in the water. That's kind of like my reasoning for using it.
So as you kind of look, I would say you don't detect any other portals. Okay, that's the only one that you detect.
Okay.
You do detect other Fae in the area, because you're able to detect other Fae. You're able to detect kind of a group of them, maybe a mile or so away.
Okay, my ability doesn't give me that. So
Oh, it doesn't. I thought it
it's
did.
just
So
the ranger thing is the type of ranger.
Either way, but as you're kind of looking around and scoping the area out and kind of getting a feel for it, there's a few things that you would be pretty aware of. That as your kind of senses kind of come back to you. The plant life and like the occasional small like rabbit-sized creature that you see moving around in this space, they're definitely Fae in nature. And you have never seen a region of the Fae grayed out like this.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, you're right. About 8 rounds without a swim speed to get to the portal.
Yeah, so 40 seconds just to get down there.
Well, we have a tree. I might be able to make it a little bit bigger. No, there's roots. We have a tree.
Yeah? You have a tree?
Should we take him to the tree? Should we take him to the tree? I ask.
It was better than here.
Okay, all right. Tree. Let's go.
Okay, so you're able to guide them through the woods. The short jaunt it takes to get to this hidey hole, and y'all get there. You see, it at first it just looks like the base of a tree, but as Vale kind of peels back the layer of moss that he has fashioned to hide the spot, you see a sort of a cave entrance, very small. You'd have to, all of you would fit it through the hole, but you'd have to kind of go prone and pull yourself through. And then it looks like it opens up a little bit on the inside. It's about a 10-foot hidey hole, 10-foot square hidey hole. So not massive.
Yeah, but we should be able to fit, even with a body.
And so you could cram in there. Anything of pertinence that would happen in this hidey hole would be done at disadvantage. But you could certainly all cram in there.
All right. Well,
So, how long until we can get out of here? Because I'm kind of sick of being here.
I can't cast spells, but I can move my best with another half an hour's rest. Or, I don't know. How long has it been? Has it even been an hour? I don't know. Walking probably doesn't count as resting. Yeah, I'll let you know I still need to chill out for a little longer. Now that we're stuck together here, how is it that you're trapped? I fear. I think Urberg said something like that, right? I didn't extrapolate that.
Did you get pulled down the well?
We were human.
Oh my god, the exact same trap.
Can I try to recall information about the creatures that we fought?
Sure.
Justin?
Make a history check.
I would be an intelligence check to recall information.
That's fine.
That's just
I have advantage. Well, I don't know if my history is better than just straight intelligence.
well history.
Yeah. It's all +0 anyway.
It uses intelligence.
But I get advantage. To 17.
Yeah, you would have seen creatures like that. Maybe not necessarily seen them before, but you've certainly heard of them. These are fae that have they are fairies that specialize in shifting their form. Usually not able to do it in a way that like makes them much larger than what they already are. And sometimes oftentimes they use it to lay traps. Other times they use it to make themselves more powerful in combat. But these are, and generally of the Winter Court.
But this area in particular doesn't tell me that we're in the Winter Court, except for the fact that it's winter here, or of a wintry
I would
season.
say that seasonally it's probably just barely into fall here, like just barely shifted into winter. Certainly not glacial like you had asked me to describe it earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, this doesn't. I mean, other than the fact that the wildlife and the plant life seems fey in origin, it does not seem. You've never seen an area that looks gray like this.
Okay. Like what
No.
has happened here?
What do you mean? We made a hiding spot.
No, not
The
this.
tree was already like carved out like this. I don't know.
The lack of color, the lack of life here.
It's
Vale,
been
as the first person here and as the person who kind of found this little cave, you've been here for some time, and you've done a little exploring. There's a couple of things that you may recall from having explored this area. The deeper into the forest you go, the thicker the fog and mist gets.
Yep.
And eventually you just kind of loop back around to where you started.
Yep. So I tell him that. I mean, it hasn't changed since I've been here. But like, other than that portal, I don't think there's really any way out.
How did you three get here?
Oh well, actually.
Yeah, I
same.
was trying to get to Jakia, and
How did you manage to escape from the creatures if you were pulled from the well?
Well, he pulls out this very tiny little wooden barrel. It's a very tiny barrel.
Mm.
He's like, I just threw a handful of this into that fire and it scattered them.
And
Book it to the trees.
once they got me to land, I did this, and I turned into a centipede.
I'm very familiar with this, I'm assuming.
I have wild shaped.
Oh,
to a
okay.
centipede.
Gotcha. Well, I'm very familiar with that.
I turn back into Vale.
What was Vale again?
An Eladrin.
An
Mhm.
Eladrin, okay.
And shoot, I can't remember. Was it Tereth?
Yeah,
Really,
Tara.
Tereth? How did Tereth come to be here? Where were you traveling to?
I was also traveling to Jakir,
Hmm.
just minding my own. And I saw someone in need, and I fell through the well.
Well, I suppose we are all fools then.
Yeah, we're all suckers.
Yep. Never help anyone. Never try to help anyone. That's
Lesson learned.
yeah.
I would not say that in character. I would not.
I did. That was worst mistake of my life.
It seems that our only way back is the way we came. I can't sense anything other than that.
Well, there you have it.
Well,
Trust us, you don't want to get stuck here.
Well, let's give this a moment for us all to...
Justin, when do the pixies typically come back to this area? What have we observed
You've
as
seen
we've been here?
usually leave. I'd say for the day. Like they oftentimes will leave in the evening and then come back before nightfall the next day.
Okay. And what time do they get up in the morning? Or do they get up really? Is there
What time of day is it right now then?
Hard to say, especially for especially with there being lack of a sun overhead. For any of y'all, it's hard to measure the time in this space.
Damn it.
You do know that there's a day and night cycle. So
Mhm.
I'd say by your calculation, usually 10 hours before night of daylight, and roughly 10 hours of nighttime with some twilight sparkled in between.
So, having been here for a month, would I have any sense of even without the sunlight, would I have any sense of, how far away we are from them getting back to the camp?
You know that you probably have a few hours.
Okay. So, if we rest for an hour, you can get us back through that portal?
Yes, the problem is, I believe, getting...
I wonder why it's here you dwell. You could shift yourself there as well.
It's a risk. That's a big risk. I mean, I'm not sure entirely what's all in that lake.
I understand shiftings based on what you've seen as the norm. What's the shapes that you can form?
Are you rhyming?
Yeah.
That's such a silly way to speak.
Oh, come on.
Vale
Right,
should
so
know I
while
don't
you're having this
do it
conversation, y'all taking a
for
short rest?
sport. People do it
Yeah,
loyal
okay.
to Titania's court.
I'll spend a hit die.
Yeah.
I if we're doing a long rest, I'll be strumming on my
We're not doing a long rest.
I
Shut
think
for
the
short
thing
rest.
up. I told you, you start playing that again, I'm going to break it. They'll
Look.
hear us.
Look, they just lost their friend, right? I'm playing in his respect.
You don't even know him. This might be the most offensive thing you could do in this moment.
That's not true.
Speaking-
Humans buy me drinks all the time. and I'm playing
Speaking of
a Song of
friends,
Rest. So anyone who spends a hit dice gets an extra 1d6 of hit points,
Cool.
Cool.
regardless of Vale's
Yeah.
complaints.
there was one more that I assume we followed here.
Oh, she was with you,
Depends on which she refers to.
Vale. Tell him what you saw.
Yeah, last thing that came through that portal, last thing they dragged through that portal, they kind of made a feast of.
Do I know shifters to be like that, or fairies to be like that? Like they eat flesh of things like that, Justin? So, I guess that seems normal.
Yeah, it's pretty normal for them. They've been doing that a lot. They've done it to a lot of people since I've been
Thanks,
here.
Matt.
It's
That's
pretty gross.
that's why we're hiding.
Yeah. They're kind of the worst. And there's usually like a lot of them around and like other things too. It didn't really feel like there were enough of us to really do anything about it safely, you know.
Well, you can go through the water, and that's about it.
Is there
Okay.
anything like left on the other side though that could attack us when we got through?
Funny enough, there's still a well.
Is the well gonna attack?
Last time I was awake, there was no way to climb.
Well, I mean,
So, real quick.
But that was quite a while ago.
we could like burrow through some dirt and get out.
So I will
Brandon.
read the passage of story that I sent to Vale regarding Hekate's demise, and I will remind people that though today is not a day to remind people how deadly this world can be, but there are unfortunately some creatures just kill to eat, and this is one of
Creatures
those
kill to
group.
eat.
What'd you say?
I think all creatures kill to eat.
Well, that's true. But I'll just read the passage that matters. One day from your base, you hear a commotion coming from the camp. You move up out to a spot you usually use to observe the tribe. You see a badly wounded Fae clamber out of the water, dragging something behind it. The wounded Fae is immediately swarmed by the other Fae. Some assisting him, others going to whatever he is carrying. You see them huddled around the fire. You see them huddle around the fire as the obscured, bloodied mass gets dropped in the middle. It is too far to really make out any details, but the whole tribe is gathered, and you know this usually means food. After a moment of chatter, the creatures go silent before baring their teeth and releasing a piercing screech. They begin to tear into their prey in the way that they do. They tear in with teeth and claw with the same ferocity as piranhas, eating every morsel. It is a gruesome sight. 5 days pass before another commotion is heard in the water.
5 days. In that amount of time, we deliberated.
A week.
Holy
Well,
shnikey.
business days.
All right. Just time moves here really quick. If 1 hour, our time is like 5 days. Oh, man. Okay.
It also depends, because the dilation can.
Portals can be
Okay.
timey-wimey.
Well, if that same time pattern took place, that means at least barely little time will have passed through. We've since we jumped in the portal on our side.
What day was it before y'all fell in?
Do I know that?
It was the 20th of Elend.
Oh,
The day that when was the 20th of a length.
Only the 20th.
Have we established for everyone that there was a time difference, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the 17th or 18th when I got in. Interesting.
Vale,
I hate this place.
most druids they hold a somewhat of an allegiance to which patron you're sold.
What?
I'm asking who your the druids are kind of rare, so like what deity are you serving under? You don't seem to know of Titania's court rhymes, so it's a puzzle to me.
Yeah. I don't really. It's not Titania. I'm more of a self-taught kind of thing.
Are you from the Fae?
Do you mean like by birth or by where I live?
By birth.
I was born on the other plane.
So there's your answer, Farain. He's not born where the courts hold sway.
Weird. All right. How much time has passed?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say your
Yeah, short rest,
short
yeah.
rest would have completed by now.
All right.
So, what are y'all doing? Are y'all
Oh
going
my god,
to,
there's 2 cats.
are you going to
Megan,
make your way back towards the portal now, or are you going to long rest or do something else altogether?
Hey, other elf. You said you felt the portal an hour ago?
Yes.
Can you do that again?
Since it's been an hour, yes.
See if it's still there.
Yes. Once I finish a short rest, I can do it again as an action. I will take a deep breath, close my eyes, and just try to feel what is around me.
Same as before.
It seems to be consistent, this portal.
Right.
Be
We need to
sustained.
scout the shifters' camp, see if they've returned.
You know that you would have heard the buzzing of all their wings beating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not go back there at all. Let's just beeline to the lake and just
Would they return for rest at this point, or would they return and
He
notice?
said he had a little while longer before.
You'd hear them.
Yeah. But if we don't go now, we'd probably have to wait a couple days maybe for them to leave again.
And they're gonna be angry when they find their dead ones.
Would they not be looking?
Looking for what?
Those that have killed their allies?
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, so we should go now. Get out of here. Maybe, cave that well in. Keep them from, getting through.
Good. Hephaestus is all for going. She knows that there's gonna probably be almost a week difference, possibly when they get back. So
That is going to be weird. We would have to like go up the well instantly, because if that
They'll be
amount
right
of time was
behind us.
5 days, it's going to be like when we go through there. By the time we get to the surface, it's going to be like a day. You know what I mean? It's gonna friggin'
They'll be right behind us.
yeah. So we gotta
Farain,
get out of there.
you feel a vibration in the ground.
Well, it sounds like it's time to go. That's what it That's what it seems like to me.
The last time we felt the vibration, we felt the vibration.
It doesn't
in
feel
the
like
room.
the last time you felt a vibration. This feels different.
I just we've discussed leaving for a little while, so I'm just gonna like grab Sandro's leg wherever I kind of like stuck him, and I'm going to start pulling him out of the tree
Okay.
trunk and
We're
walking.
taking the corpse. Okay. You know, I could like make a grave for that.
He was also not born on this plane. It might be his wish. Stay.
Oh, shite.
Fuck.
You hear a little buzz in the distance, and Farain, you all of you hear another. You feel the vibration
in the
again. But you hear a thud.
Oh,
It's
I guess
not
I'll get.
particularly close at the moment, and it sounds like it's coming from maybe the one of the far ends of the lake.
Where we'd have to go towards.
No. Like it's the lake is massive.
Like
By the way, I never
opposite?
described the lake. The lake is very, very big. It's like 500 feet wide and then like 1,000 feet long. It's a very big lake.
Right.
And so when I say coming from the far end, I mean at the like 800 to 1,000 feet away. Like it sounds
Yeah.
like it's past the long end of the lake.
All right, guys, get the heck out of the tree. We're leaving. Yeah.
We're doing this.
Yeah. I'll grab Sandro and keep going. I'll to the best of my ability, my way back to the lake house. I suppose whenever we get closer to it, we should try to be stealthy. I don't know if they check up on. I don't know. I don't know if there was somebody in transit to that place within the hour that we've been resting here, or 2 hours or so.
Yeah,
it took to get
I
here and
can
rest.
do the favorite
Oh.
talking. I could.
So y'all have
done this.
exited the tree and are making your way? Are you beelining like you had mentioned earlier, or are you stealthing?
We gotta go fast. We don't got time for this. We gotta go fast.
Vale's been here a long time, so I guess we got to go fast. He's
Okay.
Yeah.
knowledgeable about the area.
So hearing these loud thuds and hearing this buzz in the distance, you scramble your way out of this hollow, make your way through the thicket being led by Vale towards the water.
I want to grab a handful of like leaves or a tree branch or something as we're
Sure.
moving. I want to,
Okay.
or like just rip up a weed out of the ground that's
Okay.
all gray.
Yeah, so as you're running through, you're just ripping some of it up with you. Absolutely. Okay. As you make your way over to the water, each of you start to go in, yes or no?
Yeah, I would wild shape into a crocodile.
Okay, you
Yeah.
wild shape into a crocodile, and people grab onto you that are going to grab onto you. And who's the last person that'll go underwater?
I'm grabbing onto the crocodile. I'm a
Yeah.
dwarf.
Yeah.
I don't swim very well.
I'll say I'm last.
So before you all submerge, you look over towards the edge of the water and past the edge of the water on the far side, and you see a fairly massive, probably 15 to 20 foot tall, burly, muscular creature with a singular eye at the top of its forehead. And flying all around it with ropes and chains are a bunch of these shifter fae. And you see them stabbing it and biting at it and pulling it towards their camp.
Through the water?
No. They're nowhere near you guys, but that's
Okay.
that's what you see them dealing with.
Oh, good. They're distracted.
As you go underwater, you keep heading. You make your way towards the portal. Like before, your lungs start to burn a little bit as you get near it. You feel that same twisting, disoriented sensation as you, one by one, pop through the portal. You arrive on the other side, submerged in cold subterranean water. You see browns instead of grays around
Ugh.
you. You see the murk, and you see sunlight shining through the well. For those of you that have been here for a while, this is the first time you've seen color.
The tears are washed away in the water.
I'm gonna look at the plant I had in my hand.
It's still bioluminescent and glowy, just like it was before, with intricate patterns that you recognize. But now it is blue.
That's
Okay,
what I
so-
thought, but I wanted to confirm.
Sure.
So I'll write that down in my notes.
So we gotta get out of this. We gotta get out of this well, right?
Yep. So you make your way back over to the well. I would say 4 to maybe 5 of you at any given time. So you all have to kind of take turns popping up for air to occupy that space at the base of it. I'm not going to let all of you get in there all at once, but
I just start climbing.
okay. Make an athletics check for me.
I'll do that as he about to goes up. I'll be like, "Here, take this," and hand him a rope.
All right. How does a bard?
The bard work.
You should be climbing. You look stronger than me, lad. Why don't you climb? You take the rope. And here,
Fair
I'll
enough.
give you a dwarven blessing, and I say something, huzzah or whatever, and give you a bardic inspiration, a d6 to add to this skill check. I know I couldn't give that to myself.
You can.
11. 16.
Ooh,
With the bardic
just
inspiration.
barely. Okay, great. So you're able. You find ledges with your hands, and you use some of your snake-like slitheriness to kind of give you some friction on the wall. You're able to make it. You're able to make it most of the way to the top. Your fingers start to strain a little bit. With one last grip, you kind of reach up, grab the edge, and pull yourself up. The sunlight hits you in full for the first time, and since the first time
Feels like months.
Yeah, for the first time in a while.
Salvador's gonna look around real quick and just see if he sees anything moving or any more
All quiet.
creature. Quiet. Okay.
I tug twice on the rope. And I start climbing. Brace.
Salvador will kind of anchor himself and hold the rope.
All right, make a athletics check for me, Patrick, at advantage, since you're not trying to grip onto a slippery wall. You're using the rope.
All right. 22.
Hey,
20.
there we go.
Just 20.
Okay, that works. All right, you're able to. Takes you a few minutes, but you're able to get up there without much problem. You get to the top, and Salvador kind of grips you and pulls you up on. Who's next?
And I lean back over. And I'm ready.
I tell Vel to go ahead.
All right.
Athletics check. Let's do it.
Oh, athletics.
Oh, can I see the player's handbook?
That's a 7.
Is it with advantage? I mean, you gave Ebert.
No. Your hands on the rope. Your feet on the wall. Not the other way around. And I give you bardic inspiration.
Was that with advantage?
No,
Oh yeah, roll it with advantage.
that's a 18.
18. Yep, you're able to pull yourself up. You feel very inspired as you do it. Next.
I'm
Okay.
trying to wait last. Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay, athletics.
man. Ooh. 0, so 16.
You make it up as well. It's a little bit of a struggle at the end, but right as that struggle hits, you feel Salvador reach down and grab you and pull you the rest of the way.
I'm just prestidigitationing everything and everyone as we get out of this well.
You're just
because
drying
we're-
people off.
Drying us off.
Yeah, cleaning us up, drying us off. Ugh.
All right, Farain, you're up.
I guess I'll be not crocodile anymore, and I'm pretty heavy, but I feel like taking this rope is still better than trying to climb up as a giant spider. So with advantage.
Yep, with advantage using the rope.
Have we already gotten the corpse out?
No, Rain still has. Right.
That's a
Mm.
12.
How are you gripping that rope with the corpse? Now I'm referring to it as the corpse. How are you doing that with Sandro's body?
If it's that case, you can always tie.
I would say I'm gonna have to tie Sandro with a rope to me so I can climb probably.
Okay.
And you
Alright.
gotta pull the rope up, so you can always the end of the rope and then have everybody pull them up.
Or that I could leave them as last and then just have everyone pull them up at the end.
Wow.
I mean,
And he gets eaten by the shifters as they come through chasing us.
they'll have to tug a war with us. They're
Alright,
kind of small,
so
right?
Are you leaving Sandro for last? Or are you climbing while carrying him? What are you doing?
Tie the rope to yourself and carry him. I'll bring you up.
That I'll just do that, I guess.
Okay, make a athletics check for me. Just a straight athletics check.
Is everyone
Salvador.
else up?
No, Tareth isn't up yet.
Yeah, Tara.
Well, I meant aside. Okay.
What?
Athletic. Never mind.
I'm using mold earth to gather a large pile that I'm gonna plug this well with after everyone's
That's
up.
an 11.
That's an 11.
Yeah.
The rope starts to slide through your fingers as you're holding onto it. Forain, you feel yourself starting to fall
Epic.
back a little bit.
Oh, this is annoying. I'll just tie his body down and I'll feed the rope up while I go up, and that way I can pull him to the top of the well.
I rush over and help Salvador because he asked me to.
He's not gonna drown. He's already dead.
Okay. All right. Roll a d20. Roll an athletics check to assist Patrick.
Sure. More importantly, did Tareth come up? Someone said she hadn't.
No, I'm
Yeah.
waiting last.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
But you didn't want the rope? Okay, 19.
No, I do want to use
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So with your help and then Forain making a change to make it easier, y'all are able to get him pulled up and Sandro's body pulled up as well. All right. I assume you
Right.
lower the rope back down for Tareth.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tareth, last athletics check. Is there anything you wanted to do as the last person up?
No,
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure everybody else was good.
Got it.
17.
17. You're able to make it up gracefully. You just pull yourself right up to the top.
All right, I start mold
Oh, the
earthing
stupid
all
balls
that
behind
dirt.
us.
Are
And
you
as the
covering?
dirt
Are you covering the
is-
well?
I'm
Okay, good, 'cause
dumping
that's
a
something
ton
that-
of dirt. I'm dumping just a shit ton of dirt, all the dirt I can get down
As
in
the
this
dirt
well.
is falling down, I holster my weapon and I pull out a chip of mica from my little pouch. And I say something in Dwarvish that shouldn't be said in genial company, aiming the second level shatter spell at the very bottom of the well to just
Okay. Okay.
because it does double damage against inanimate.
Constructs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
objects, yeah.
Just for you're double damage. And what is the dice? What is the? Don't roll it, but just what's the
3d8.
3d8. Yeah, that's plenty. So especially doing double damage. So yeah, you cast shatter in there, and you can just see and feel the earth kind of collapse there. The whole well kind of shifts a little bit. Everybody make a dexterity check for me, real quick. Dexterity save, not check.
Is your
Dexterity.
the top of the off
5.
the,
19 plus 2, so a 21.
Okay.
a unnatural 20.
Or
Okay.
18.
19.
So just Veil. Okay. So everybody's able to you feel the earth start to kind of give way underneath you as this chasm that was down there begins to collapse in. You all are able to kind of jump out to the side and scramble away. Veil, you fall with it and you're going to take some fall damage. Take 2d6 of fall damage for me, please.
Alrighty. Let's
So
get
she
some
she
good.
falls into it, or just falls.
She's going to fall.
Just kind of trip.
I'm not falling into the well. I'm just falling.
You're not falling into the well.
Okay.
So
Assuming the top of the aqueduct is gonna.
That's 2 4s. That's gonna be 8 points.
yeah,
of
so
damage.
imagine a sinkhole. A sinkhole has just basically
Yeah.
formed underneath you because that area of earth in the ground has fallen in. So I would say overall the whole thing shifts maybe 10 feet or more, like 15 feet, and you're just gonna take you take a bump on the you take a bump on the head and you're prone, but it doesn't kill you. But yes, it
War.
is collapsed.
Sorry, lad.
There is.
I was handling it.
I wanted to handle it too.
I stand
Sorry,
up.
Let me help you up.
I'm fine. I clean the dirt off of myself and I keep mold earthing it back in to just totally get this covered in dirt.
Gotcha. Yeah, by the time you're done mold earthing it is just, it looks like there was never even a well here anymore. You've just kind of completely graded it and flattened it out into just land. No,
I wanna play with Vale while she's doing it. The only person that mold earths besides me is my sister, who's also a druid. So whenever she makes forms, I'm gonna start carving them into like little like sand castle things, and shit. Whenever, just to have fun while you're doing it.
Nice.
Salvador is going to draw his greatsword and Sandro's rapier and say, "I'm going to go check out that house."
I tell the Firbolg that's just messing with the piles of dirt that I'm moving, you know, you could help make this faster. You could help me with this. We could speed it up.
I go running around the back of the house to where I remembered I had parked my donkey.
And now Frayne has realized that Vale's no fun, so I guess we won't be playing with mud sand castles.
Yeah, are any of our horses or wagon, any of that left?
Horses and wagons that were there are still there.
Okay.
Minus the one that you lost. Your donkey cart is definitely gone.
Stubbornness!
Was it
Wait.
Is it Eberk?
Eberk.
Yeah, did you all clear out the house before you got dragged down here?
That's what I'm doing now, as Salvador is going to enter the house.
Okay, you get to the door. The door's unlocked. It's totally dark in there. Everything is covered in a layer of dust. You could smell like rotten something the moment you open the door. It doesn't look like anybody has lived in this house in months.
Mm-hmm.
Make a investigation check if you're going to look. If you're just going to look around, make a perception check. But if you're actually going to go like searching for things, make an investigation check.
I'll do an investigation. 6.
You said, what was it?
6.
Okay, so it takes you a minute, and so in the time it takes for you to look around, other people may trickle in behind you, but how long are you willing to search for?
Probably no longer than like 15-20 minutes, if it seems decrepit.
Okay, so after you rummage through things for about 15-20 minutes or so, you eventually get to a desk. Very meager. This is like a 2-room house, by the way, and there's not any interior doors. So you get over to this area. There's a bedroom in this section, and there's a bedroom. There's a smaller bed in this section as well, and there is a desk. And you start rummaging through it, and you find a leather-bound, but not fancy, just a leather-bound binding, a book, a journal of sorts, and some letters accompanying it. In the time you start rifling through it and looking at some of the letters, you discover this is the Camden homestead. They arrived here about 4 months ago, and one of the first things they did was dig a well. The entries go...
one of the last things they did.
The last things they did was build that well.
Fortunate.
The last time we saw a portal, I had made like this kind of wonky cross symbol.
Yeah.
This time I'm going to use or borrow a dagger and carve it into the front of the door of the house. Kind of like this odd cross looking thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as you marker the location as a portal location, let's go ahead and take our lunch break.
Okay.
Let's get some food, step away. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back after about 30 minutes. So we'll aim to be back at 4 o'clock. Or